Nah, it's my fucking dog. It's like raining out, so like she won't fucking go. You know what I mean? She's just hanging out in the garage now.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
But I
so
was like,
she's
fuck that, I ain't going out there.
yeah. But I'm telling her just fucking lay down. But she's literally there's like a fence between us. She's like 2 feet away from me. There's a little fence to keep her in their little garage area.
Yeah.
No, hey, knock it off. And then she has like a fucking. I'm gonna have to fucking. It's like an old, um, an empty laundry detergent thing, and she loves to fucking bang it around and fucking. You know what I mean? Like she almost plays soccer with it, kind of.
Like weird shit that dogs get as a habit kind of thing.
Yeah, and she's got like OCD or something, dude. Like she fucking flips out on that kind of shit. It's weird. So like this whole time she's either staring at me or staring at that thing. Like even though I keep yelling at her every time she touches it. Because it's fucking, it's in the garage, so it's all in concrete and shit, so it's just banging around all fucking loud. So you're probably going to hear that a couple times, at least a couple times.
Well, gaming is out of town today, so he won't be here to yell at you about it.
I'd be curious to know if it's more annoying than the laundry or not. I would imagine it is. It's really fucking loud.
Oh, man.
And I'm using my son's fucking gaming headset, so I don't know how that's coming across. Probably better
sounds
than
the same as usual.
I was going to say it's probably the same or better than the shitty headset that I've been using.
Oh yeah. Oh well, I mean, you never can tell, man. Like I have a headset, like headphone microphone thing or whatever, and I don't use it because the sound quality that I get is shitty, but the microphone supposedly sounds just fine.
Right. Yeah, no, the audio that I'm hearing is definitely better. But again, I'm not sure about the mic, obviously.
Oh, okay, yeah. It's like a wireless headset, and the fucking this sound you get from this headphones is just tinny and awful, and like, oh, it was definitely not worth what I paid for it. Although I paid like $30.
Yeah, so there's one that was on sale, I assume, though, like it was cheaper than it normally would be, that kind of thing.
No, it was just like a $30 cheapy headset, so it was probably fucking dumb on my part to buy a cheap ass wireless headset.
Right.
I probably should have put in another like $50 on that. Throw like $80 at it and get a decent quality one.
Yeah, although a lot of them don't fucking last. Well, the earbud ones anyway don't fucking last for shit, dude.
Yeah. Oh, well, actually, this is like a big, like over the head, like
right,
cushiony.
Yeah, kind of like the one I'm using now. My son's gaming one has the whole big speakers with the cushions on the ears or whatever.
Yeah, Mad Metalman says it right. So don't buy cheap headsets. Yeah, exactly.
Honestly, they last about the same, at least for earbuds. I mean, for yours, that's probably a little different. But honestly, if an earbud, no matter how much I've paid for fucking earbuds, they all seem to last about the same amount of time. That last one I used actually that one lasted a few months, actually, like 4 or 5 months.
Yeah, I just buy multi-packs earbuds, man. When I buy those, like I just buy like, oh look, it's a 4-pack for $10. I'll take that.
Right.
Because it's like they don't matter.
Yeah, they're gonna. Yeah, like I said, it does not seem to matter how much you pay. They generally seem to last about the same amount of time. Fucking not long at all. Although again, that one lasted way longer than any of the other ones, and it was like fucking shittier than almost all of them. So you never fucking know. But yeah, I noticed that one was really loud for some reason. Like it definitely picked up shit that it didn't need to pick up, like the laundry and that kind of thing. But
yeah.
It at least worked for a very long time. Yeah, I assume this one has some kind of fucking control, some kind of gain control or whatever, but maybe not.
I have no idea. Yeah, I mean, it's. I think it's like depends on how the mic is designed, right? Like there's like a shotgun mic and an area mic, and
yeah. So this one has a little mic. Yeah, at least has the little mic that comes, that you kind of fold down or whatever. But yeah, the other ones, it's usually just a mic hanging on the fucking, one of the wires. Those ones generally do not, certainly not directional, I would say. They're just like, we're going to pick up everything everywhere.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
Nah.
You gotta be careful about it. I suppose if you're doing like a high quality thing, like if we were doing like a fucking show with like 1,000 people watching, then I would
if
say,
it was worth investing money, I would definitely, if we were making any money at all, I would invest in a fucking decent headset. But fuck it, we're just bullshitting.
Oh yeah, omnidirectional. That's probably what it is. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Madman was saying omni, where it just like literally just gets to every single thing at once.
Yeah, no kind of gain control or any of that kind of shit where it'll, if it's a loud noise, it corrects for it, or any of that kind of shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Other than that, my insurance lapsed. They don't warn you when your insurance lapses, dude. It's fucking pissing me off. It's the second year in a row this has happened, where I just find out my insurance isn't in effect anymore.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
They don't fucking send you a letter like, "Hey, give us more money, or we're taking your fucking insurance away."
Yeah. Well, it's access. It's fucking. It's free because I'm bum and I don't fucking work. Although again, I like to justify it by the fact that I paid a shitload of money I paid a shitload of money in taxes when I did work. So I've made close to $1 million in my life, paid taxes on that. So fuck them. I think I'm still on the positive side of the ledger overall.
Yeah.
But yeah, I took my last fucking half of.
Well, I mean, compared to a lot of people on the welfare system right now who aren't even supposed to be in the country, no less. Like at least you paid into the system.
Yeah. I mean, I worked constantly from basically from the age of 16 on. I worked almost fucking constantly. So I don't feel that bad. I still kind of feel bad about it, but I wouldn't, not as bad as I would feel if I just never worked. But
I collected unemployment for a couple of years during like the height of the fucking like bad economy part. And like the company I worked for like moved to another state, and I just was not interested in living in Nevada. And I'm like, nah.
Understandable. Yeah. Yeah, it's weird. Whenever they said the economy was horrible, I had always made more money than I had ever made. It was really fucking bizarre, dude. Yeah. Although it kind of tanked a little bit on the last one when I was working at Liberty Mutual, because it got to the point where people were like, all right, I either get insurance or I eat. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it was almost to that point. Because insurance is one of those things that it's almost mandatory. I mean, for auto, it pretty much is. But, like, we had a round where people were trying to save as much money as possible. Which before that, you could sway people on the fact that your company was superior to the shitty fucking insurance companies out there. But when it got really bad, it was like, okay, how much? And you're like, oh, that's a little bit more than we're paying now. And you couldn't really sell them on paying the difference. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's hard to see. So for some people, it's hard to see past like the monthly bill and go, hey, wait, I pay, X amount of money per month on prescriptions. And if I pay a little extra up front on the monthly, I'll actually save more over the time period kind of thing. Or with seeing doctors and appointments and stuff, Yeah.
Well, I did more home and auto and shit. I didn't do health insurance. I did fucking home and auto and shit like that.
Home and auto insurance. Yeah. Oh, in that case, yeah. Like nobody wants to fucking buy anything right now.
Yeah. Yeah, and they don't want to pay, they don't want to pay extra because, again, insurance, they're like, it's all the same. Which it's not. I mean, it's very similar, but there are some shit that, some companies are better about paying claims. Some companies will fucking jip you.
Oh yeah, I'd never go back to State Farm.
Yeah, State Farm was one of those most notorious, dude. For fucking,
they ripped me off so fucking badly on one of my my first like real, like I bought it and paid the payments and paid it off car.
Right.
It was worth at least 10 grand, and they fucking gave me like 2. And there was really no way to fight it because they went and found all these fucking reclaimed wreck cars that like fucking like in Florida and in like fucking Alabama and shit for like, you know, $1,000. To
Yeah,
fucking
no, they
screw
were
you out of your
notorious
money,
for
dude.
those fuckers were keeping track of how much money they fucking shorted you,
Well, it's
and were
even
throwing
not,
themselves fucking parties for how much they fucking you know,
it wasn't
how
even
much they
them that
chipped
was
out.
paying it. Like it was
Right.
getting paid because the other person was at fault for totaling the car. So they
Right.
shorted me even though it wasn't even coming out of their pocket at the end of
Dude,
the day.
they probably collected the full amount from the other guy's insurance, dude.
Oh, more than likely, yeah. It's so long ago now, I can't go back and do anything about it. I didn't realize, because it's the first time I've ever been in an accident, I didn't realize that you could lawyer up, get a fucking, you know, and get an actual fucking
attorney
and get your money.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like actually
it's
get
fucked
your
up.
fucking money out of them.
Yeah, it's really fucked up that you have to do that.
Granted, the lawyer would have gotten $5,000 out of the fucking 10 that I was owed, but I would have got the other 5 instead of 2.
Yeah, you'd still make more than if you
Of course,
didn't have to pay the lawyer.
I fucking bought a fucking Mustang anyway, so I was a fucking idiot anyway. But classic fucking Mustang after that. That was. If you don't want to work on a car every single fucking, like, every other day, don't fucking buy a classic car.
Yeah. Fucking Mustang, like a 65 or 64 and a half or something in that area?
I almost got a 64 and a half, but when I showed up, the car wouldn't start. And the lady was dodgy about letting us go out and try to jump start it to see if it would run. She wouldn't let us. And then she called us the next day, and somebody had brought a battery that she let go out and check it, and she sold it to them when we were like, called in to follow up on it. And we're like, all right, that was a whole fucking weird thing. But it would have been a decent car. It basically just sat. So there would have been like some seals and belts and shit I would have had to replace, probably just, you know, dump and change the fluids. Easy peasy. I ended up buying a 65 fastback. And it was a 65. It still had the sweeping
the
speedometer, the one that sweeps back and forth, not like a dial that just goes back and forth in a line.
Right.
And that guy ripped us off. It was via, I don't want to say like eBay at the time. And we didn't wait and get like 2 different mechanics estimates to like say what was wrong with it, so we couldn't go after him for the money through eBay.
Oh, gotcha. Is that the criteria? You have to have 2 mechanics look at it?
Yeah, the engine block was so bad that there were literally grooves worn between the cylinders, like just into the engine block, like grooves.
God damn.
Yeah, it made it maybe 10 miles from his place into like San Francisco, and then broke down in the middle of like Junipero Avenue, which is, for anybody who doesn't know San Francisco, which is a lot of people, Junipero is one of their main roads, especially during rush hour, which it was. It's only a 3-lane road, so there's always traffic. And then there's this fucking Mustang. It doesn't even have emergency lights. There's no fucking blinkers on that. I mean, there's blinkers, but there's no like emergency like light on that. It just, you know, your lights are on or off. They don't have that.
Right.
So the hood is up. Smoke is pouring out of it. People are still coming up behind the car and honking like I'm supposed to fucking drive it out of the way.
Yeah, like you did it on purpose to fuck with them. I'm enjoying this, guys. I fucking love being broke down in this fucking smoking car.
Well, and I'm at least an hour out of San Francisco on a good day, so I was pissed because I just fucking blew a bunch of money I had saved, as well as the money I got from a fucking car accident to replace my car with this car, which was real dumb. But I was 20 years old.
Yeah, I understand that fucking mindset. My first car, I bought a fucking Camaro. So, although I really had no problems with it, but still, like, I got pulled over so fucking much, dude. I got so many fucking tickets because of that fucking car and the way I drove. Like, it's not like I wasn't speeding.
I would have gotten a bunch of tickets if the Mustang ever ran for more than like a week at a time. Like, we got the fucking engine rebuilt. We ended up also having to get the transmission rebuilt. So you would think like after that it'd be pretty easy, but the front end was destroyed. I had to rebuild the front end. Like, I fucking put new brake system in the car. I basically it's like a new fucking car.
Yeah, like you ended up paying more than that's fucking That's
I bought the car for like maybe $3,000, and then I probably put 10 or 15 into it.
Yeesh.
And then I
Yeah, that's
ended up
fucking
selling
rough.
it to my parents because I owed them some money. And I was like, look, just give me like $2,000 to get something else that's not a fucking muscle car.
Mm.
And
Or a money pit.
erase the
Yeah.
debt. And it can be like my dad's like favorite car now that it seems to be running pretty good. And then they sold it to some German dude for like a bunch of money. So
that's fucked up.
well, my dad didn't actually like driving it. Like he had fond memories of his own Mustang that my mom wrecked when he was, younger.
Right.
But apparently that was all it was, fond memories. Like actually the reality of having a Mustang now was just not nearly as nice as it was back then.
Right. I hear you.
Yeah.
I still want one of those fucking cars though. My mom apparently had one brand new back in the fucking 60s. Had a brand new fucking 66, I think, something like that.
66, yeah.
Yeah, it was still that same general style.
Yeah,
When
yeah.
did they stop? 69 was
like
last
68
year.
or 69, yeah.
Yeah, I think 70 was when it got into the big muscly car looking thing.
Yeah, then it was fucking after that. It never looked good. I mean, there was the
Yeah.
5.0 looked awful. The
Yeah,
90s,
I don't know why
the
people
90s
fucking love
Mustang
that
looked
fucking
awful.
car.
The new
Right,
Mustang
yeah.
looks terrible. It's like they just never, like they had it perfect and just changed it.
Yeah. Well, they kind of tried to bring back the door design thing, but it didn't work, dude. It just didn't fucking work.
If they want to bring it,
never.
if they want to make that car popular again, just bring back that body shape. Like it doesn't have to be all steel, but fuck.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like I said, they tried to make it look similar, but it just didn't fucking work, dude.
Yeah. Oh, Mad Metal Man in Texas, you can't sue the fucking insurance company. They can't be named in an accident claim. That's fucking ridiculous. That's like those places that have the binding arbitration. Like you should never be like binding arbitration needs to be like illegal, like just fucking barred across the board.
Yeah,
because it's just a way for companies to avoid being sued.
Yeah, or the one where there's fucking limits on how much you can sue for, that kind of shit. The tort states like New Jersey.
Oh yeah, that kind of stuff is ridiculous.
Yeah, or you have to like New Jersey and Pennsylvania, like you have to choose whether you want to have full tort or limited tort. So like limited tort is cheaper, but again, you can't really fucking collect for anything other than like if you lose a fucking arm or something. Like it's got to be a fucking grievous injury before you can really recoup anything for it. And you have to pay extra to have the ability to sue for anything less than that.
Yeah,
you have to pay extra on your fucking insurance to have that fucking privilege, I guess.
Yeah, and that should be like basically, honestly, it should be a right to take somebody to court.
Yeah, and most states it is. You know what I mean? But there's a few states, like I said, like New Jersey is notorious for it, Pennsylvania.
Well, and there are states that I think ban the arbitration clause in employment things. But I'm talking about like there's like fucking Discord has an arbitration clause in their TOS. So if you use Discord, supposedly you're under binding arbitration agreement, you can't sue Discord.
Yeah, it has to go through arbitration, any dispute or whatever.
And I always figure, like, I'm pretty sure if you get a decent lawyer and things like that, you can probably get around it.
Yeah, but it's going to cost you.
Yeah, but it's like nobody is going to be able to afford that. Like that, most people are going to be like, well, I mean, they sold my fucking personal information to some random company, and now I'm getting all these calls.
Yeah,
you're not going to fucking sue the company for that because there's no way to recoup the cost. But I don't know.
Yeah, not after fees and shit.
Weird.
Yeah, it is really weird how like every single state has their own insurance laws. Yeah.
Yeah, some things should really be like on a federal level. Like this is the law.
Yeah.
Like I was thinking about it. There should be federal law that restricts any tax money from going to any illegal aliens. Like it should not be allowed in any way, shape, or form to have tax money going to spend, like to take care of the needs of illegal aliens.
Yeah, to people that are here illegally.
Yeah, you should not be able to pay welfare, medical benefits, any of that shit. Like none of that should be covered by tax money at all, period.
Yeah, it is pretty ridiculous that happens.
I like food stamps and shit. It's like, the fuck?
Yeah. Really bizarre. I don't understand that fucking mindset at all. Like, yeah, you came into the country illegally. Here's a bunch of free shit.
Oh, we know why that happens. It's buying votes for the Democrats. Like that's how they get votes.
Right.
But, so I understand where they're coming from. I just don't understand why that's not like federally illegal, because it's a fucking felony for them to be here in the first place. And if you're paying them free money, are you not aiding and abetting in the fucking commission of a felony?
All right. Yeah. Plus, again, your motivation for doing it is essentially you're buying votes. Like, it's so fucked up. Like, it's obvious you're not just being fucking kind. Like, you know they're gonna fucking they're overwhelmingly going to vote for your party.
Yeah.
So it's not like you're doing it out of the fucking kindness of your hearts, you know?
Exactly. And honestly, I think the deportation problem would take care of itself in a lot of ways if we just stopped giving free money to people.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't need to be here. Like they'd be just as happy in their own country, but the free money is too good. So it's like, stop giving out the free money and they'll fucking leave. They'll leave really quick.
Yeah. It's like, I can either fucking stay in my country where the fucking plumbing is so bad that you can't flush toilet paper and be poor, or come here and they'll just give me a bunch of free shit. And I can wipe and fucking and flush toilet paper.
I just get sick and tired of going to the grocery store and like watching people spend my money in the fucking like EBT cards. Perfectly able-bodied like motherfuckers, just obviously, barely speak English, and it's like, fucking shouldn't fucking be here, and now you're spending my fucking money.
Yeah,
like, this going to make the fucking roads that I drive on drivable instead of like falling apart. Like all this infrastructure that's gone wrong. It's like that's where the fucking money went.
Yeah. Although, the infrastructure thing, man, goddamn, that's gonna. It kind of scares me where that's headed, because there's going to be some shit that breaks down.
Oh,
like a fucking die. Yeah. Well, not even that, just like bridges and dams and shit that's not being kept up because nobody wants to put money into it because it doesn't win elections. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's not fucking whatever the political equivalent of sexy is. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, it's not appealing. Like, you can't really run on that because people don't have the foresight. Us as individuals don't seem to have the foresight to say, hey, we need to really put a lot of money into fixing this shit or it's going to be disastrous.
Well, the thing is, normally we wouldn't have to sit there and think about that because billions and billions of dollars would be going to give free money for the Democrats to win elections.
Yeah.
Like that would be the case.
Yeah, there'd be plenty of money to just do it.
Yeah, so there'd be all this money in taxes that just would normally go to that. It's been cut from all that stuff in order for the Democrats to spend it on getting votes. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Like, and they're trying to blame Trump for, like, that was I think that lasted for like a day. Basically, they were like, Trump wants to build this wall and he's declared a state of emergency to do it. By the way, only once out of like his first term compared to like 6 or 7 for like every other president.
Right.
To use that particular presidential power.
And
and most
it's ridiculous.
The other one was to give money to other countries.
It's amazing how much of how often Obama especially got a pass for everything he did.
Oh yeah, he basically was like, we declared a state of emergency so we can give this random country like fucking $4 billion. It's like, wait, what?
Yeah, and then you question it, and he'll allude to you being racist for questioning him.
Yeah,
like that was his go-to thing. Not coming out and accusing you directly, but like hinting at, "Oh, you must be racist." Your question, that's fucking ridiculous.
The problem is like that's gonna fall apart as a thing to the point where like nobody's gonna give a shit about actual racism at a certain point.
Well, yeah, dude, that's the fucking.
Like, you know what? I fucking hate brown people, and they're like, "Yeah, all right, that's cool."
Yeah. Do you really, or is it a fake hate? Because that seems to happen a lot now.
I just don't think people will care one way or the other. They'll be like, whatever, dude. Some people don't like other people, and then that'll be it. It's not gonna matter anymore.
Yeah, they've definitely gone to that well too many fucking times where you're just fucking desensitized to it now. Yeah. Well, look, dude, I love the fact that all the people that were so quick to fucking shout about how fucking racist this country was when the Jesse Smollett shit came out.
Oh yeah,
aren't saying a goddamn thing now.
Dude, that boy going to jail.
Yeah, yeah. Although wouldn't it be fucking? They're only no. Apparently, they're only charging him with like disorderly conduct.
Are you fucking serious? The last
that's what I heard.
Filing charges for like filing a false police report.
Well, I was watching Ben Shapiro's thing, which whatever you think about him, he's usually pretty thorough on his fucking.
Oh no, I'm not done. I'm just saying, like it changes like every day anyway. Like
although, did you hear the fucking police superintendent of Chicago going off on him? Yeah, the police superintendent from Chicago was fucking pissed at that dude, and the superintendent's a black guy. And he was fucking super pissed at Smollett for it. He was like, "You fucking slandered my city. You fucking lied. You slandered my city, and you know,
actually
wasted all this
CNN and shit."
Yeah, dude. I was like, "Good." But even now, they're like, "Well, you know, we want to make sure he gets through the process as easy as possible." Like, why? After what he fucking did, and again, Shapiro's kind of pointing it out, like, this is what would have happened.
Disorderly conduct, but that is actually a felony in this particular case.
Yeah, I think they said
so filing a false police report is a disorderly conduct. According to Illinois Code, a Class 4 felony is punishable with 1 to 3 years.
Yeah, so it's still a felony, obviously.
It's still a felony, so he might still actually go to jail.
Yeah, although if he's got no other record, we'll see what happens. Yeah, it'll probably be probation or something. Although it would be great to see a fucking example being made out of him and getting him at least a fucking year, at least that minimum year or whatever. Yeah. You know what I mean? It would probably deter a lot of other fucking idiots from, filing false reports in the future.
Oh yeah, if they actually started punishing people properly for it, like enforce the laws, man. A lot of these problems would clear up if the laws were enforced.
Mm-hmm. Like I think that's the issue. That's why he was so fucking comfortable doing it, because nothing ever happens to the people that do it. They're just like, "Oh, I got busted. Oops."
Oh, he was so comfortable doing it. He wrote a fucking check, like an actual physical check, like a fucking dummy to give to him.
That fucking cracked me up. That's like the fucking Jerry Springer writing a fucking check to the fucking prostitute back in the day. Remember when that happened back in like the 80s? Apparently,
at least that one nobody gives a shit about. You know what I mean?
Right.
We got a whatever.
Yeah, how do you not know, fucking Smollett, you fucking idiot, that you pay cash for that kind of shit? You take the time to go to the bank and withdraw the fucking money. Yeah, you know what I mean? You pay him in fucking cash. That way you can.
Well, and then if you're smart, you take it out over a long period of time. Like you plan it out. If you're going to plan it out a couple months in advance and take out large sums that aren't recorded at random intervals, so that it's not really trackable.
Yeah. Although I think you can take that much out without it. I think it's like 7,000 or something like that. Like,
but I think it's a high number. A direct amount, then. And they're like, "Hey, we got paid $6,500." They're gonna be like, "Well, what is this account withdraw for $6,500 exactly?"
Is that a coincidence?
Whereas if it's like 500 over the course of like a couple of like 500 a week, he makes $65,000 an episode. He's taking out 500 a week, extra a week.
And apparently his fucking he wanted notoriety so he could make more money. I heard that was one of his fucking reasons. I don't know if he actually
that's what they're saying. I don't know if that's what he said or not. That's what's being bandied about though.
Wednesday. Knock it off. But yeah, I'm like, how fucking goddamn fucking actors. Just a weird fucking mindset, I guess, dude.
It's pretty fucking funny. Some black guy and some other people have like a thing on Twitter, like some sort of like YouTube group that does like an entertainment channel or something, I think. And they're doing like a Jussie Smollett challenge contest where everybody comes up with the more like, who can come up with the craziest, like I was attacked by story. The winner, according to them, the winner gets a Fleshlight pocket pussy because Jussie Smollett is fucking screwed. I was like, damn.
Damn.
Yeah, my guess is he gets off with probation. I'm willing to bet it's like house arrest or probation. They're not going to throw his pussy ass in like fucking prison. Like he's never going to see the inside of a cell.
Yeah.
Or if it is, it'll be for like a week.
Yeah, it'd be
It'll
something
like
pretty fucking minor.
lockup. It won't be like the actual like prison or actual like it'll be like holding cells essentially.
Yeah. Although at least at least something's happening to him. At least everybody knows he got arrested for it. You know what I mean? Like that helps.
He at the very least be fined the amount of money that it cost them for the investigation.
Yeah, that would be fucking.
Like,
that would bankrupt him. But yeah. Yeah, that's true, man. That really should be part of it. There should be.
For
well, it doesn't have to be fucking punitive, although maybe it should be. Maybe it should be that 3 times fucking shit. You know what I mean? Like you got to pay 3 times. Whatever.
I think there's a lot of cases where that might be considered cruel and unusual. Whereas, like you say, look, it costs like 10 grand to do this full investigation, and you add all the hours that were spent.
I think it would be hundreds of thousands. I'm sure this one was actually like hundreds of thousands because they had multiple.
Oh yeah, they had a lot of people on it. But I'm just saying, like the average person, you know, like if you filed a false report, you know, like the average fella doesn't make 65 grand an episode, so that kind of fine wouldn't be fair on a regular basis, kind of thing.
Yeah, yeah. Although, yeah, or even facing like as much jail time as those guys would have got. That's something that wouldn't be too bad to see either.
That would be
like, let's say
reasonable. I agree, but I think that it would never happen just because it's way too reasonable. Same as the fining thing.
Yeah, right. Yeah, but seriously, dude, if
it never happened,
if he was ultimately successful. And again, Shapiro was pointing this out. Like, what if there were 2 white guys that happened to be in the area that got fucking arrested and charged with that fucking crime?
And it's considered a hate crime. They would have considered it a hate crime, so they would have tacked on like an extra 10 years.
Yeah, and that fucking asshole almost certainly would have gone through with fucking testifying against him, even knowing that he was completely full of shit. Yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I think you should definitely have to like do whatever time somebody else would have gotten because of your lie.
Yeah, again, it'll never happen.
But I don't think that would ever happen. I think that's too reasonable.
Yeah, exactly.
But it would be funny as fuck if he was looking at like a 15-year jail sentence and they actually, enforced the law properly.
Yeah, I'm telling you, I think that would be a huge deterrent. It's the perfect opportunity to fucking do it. It's someone that was semi-famous.
There's so many women that walk on like false rape claims.
Yeah, that's disgusting, dude.
And that's like because people don't want to press charges because they feel bad for them, and it's like, why do you feel bad for them?
Yeah, it's like they didn't actually.
They just don't want to look
right?
bad. Most of the time, it's the political aspect of the police, like the officers in charge don't want to look bad and like not get votes for stuff or lose funding or something like that.
Yeah. It's obviously not rational because if you're looking at it like, no, they didn't actually get raped. They fucking lied about it. It's disgusting and they should fucking pay for it. Yeah. But it's not a rational thing. People are still like, oh my God, it's got something to do with rape. You can't do that to that poor woman.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, no, she's a fucking cunt.
Or like false,
who was willing to send somebody to jail because he didn't like her anymore.
False
because he didn't want to fucking date her. Yeah, like that's almost always what it is, right? Like fucking what happens is like they hooked up and the guy thought they were just hooking up and she's fucking mad because he doesn't want to date her or something. Like that's almost always the fucking scenario.
Sometimes it'll be like, especially with like younger girls, the parents, are super religious, and so in order to not get in trouble, she'll claim being raped. Like that she just had sex. That happens a lot.
Yeah, or that one bitch from what was it, Sacred Heart, where she accused she had fucking gotten a fucking double teamed by 2 fucking dudes from the football team, and she just didn't want to look bad to fucking some other guys.
That's another thing that happens.
Yeah. So she was like, "No, they raped me. I didn't do that willingly."
Yeah, it's like a lot of it
gang banged.
Like they cheat on like a boyfriend, and then they'll instead of telling the boyfriend they cheated on him, they'll be like, "Oh no, he raped me."
Yeah.
So that the boyfriend won't like break up with them, kind of thing.
Yeah, pretty fucking disgusting, dude.
Yep. I mean, I don't know how common it is because those numbers are virtually impossible to find.
Right.
But I have a feeling it's more common than the feminazi side would want people to realize.
Oh, yeah, well, that's a given. You know, they're not going to fucking cite actual statistics, even if they fucking have them.
And I understand some reluctance, because what if it is an actual case and they just couldn't find evidence to prove it? Like, do you then still punish? Like, so you do have
I think
to choose one way or the other. But
yeah, I think
they're proven very clearly that it's a false claim. It should absolutely be prosecuted every time.
Yeah, if it's a case where you just don't have enough evidence, that should be differentiated. And I think the cops would do a pretty good job. Maybe I have too much
District
faith in them,
attorney should be able to figure out which is the case.
Yeah, well,
that choice.
Yeah, you know, like you should have to. Well, I mean, you have to prove that kind of shit anyway, right? Like you have to prove that they deliberately lied. Yeah. So I assume that would kind of take care of it right there. Maybe.
No, I'm just saying I can understand some reluctance on the part of people, because like they don't want to be accused of like, well, we failed to convict and we fucking then put the person in jail. So
yeah, and it turns out they actually did it, or that guy gets busted for raping someone else, or whatever.
So I can understand some of the reluctance, but like there are certain cases which are very egregious and very obvious that should be prosecuted.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, the Innocence Project has actually put together some numbers on that. Okay, interesting. Thank you, Mad Metal Man. I'll have to look into that at some point, because that's definitely one of those things where you're like, I wonder what's going on there.
Yeah,
there are a lot of people in jail that didn't do nothing.
Yeah,
and they're not just lying because they want to get out.
How do you fucking live with yourself, fucking doing something like that to somebody?
There's I don't know. That put their own fucking fathers in.
Wow.
Like children that lied because mom told them to as part of like a divorce thing, or
like Mia Farrow, like the Pharaohs.
Yeah, well, all sorts of fucking reasons and shit.
Yeah, that one's one that comes to mind. Apparently, fucking Woody Allen didn't really do anything wrong. Like, it's creepy. But apparently nothing actually happened with him and the what the fuck her name is, Sun Yi or whatever, until she was an adult.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
she had her fucking kids. Yeah, she had her kids fucking lying about it still to this day. Fucking lying about it. Yeah.
Oh, so I've got some of the numbers here. So in 1989, the first DNA exoneration took place. Till now, 364 DNA exonerees. So 364 people have been released from prison because they were absolutely, innocent based on DNA evidence.
Wow. Be interesting to look into the individual cases and see what the fuck.
26.5 is the average age at the time of wrongful conviction. 43 is the average age at exoneration.
Jesus. So 6.5 years in prison before you fucking get exonerated or got exonerated. Wow.
20 of those people served time on death row. 41 of those people pled guilty to crimes they did not commit.
Wow.
70% involved eyewitness misidentification, which, like, the eyewitness thing, that's always been a big fucking issue.
Yeah. The least reliable form of evidence.
41% of these cases were cross-racial misidentification, so they got the wrong fucking race.
Wow. That's pretty fucking egregious.
Let's see. Composite sketches, 27% of it was composite sketches involved that got the person wrongfully accused.
Yeah, that's fun.
44% involved misapplication of forensic science.
Damn.
Oh, 49% of the people who falsely confess. So out of 28% false confessions, 49, so half of those were 21 years old or younger at the time of arrest. No. So the younger you are, the more likely you are to
be wrongfully convicted.
No. More likely you are to confess even though you didn't do anything.
Oh, I gotcha.
Basically, the way the police question people, it's very easy for them to basically trick people into confessing even though they don't realize they're doing it.
Oh, right.
Because they basically try to make it sound like, oh, we're going to help you out. Like you see that in the fucking movie or the shows, right? Like, we can help you out if you're not honest with this. Yeah, they're not trying to help you out at all. Like, that's just not how that works.
Yeah, that's their job, is to try to get a conviction. Yeah, and they go in with the wrong fucking, you know what I mean, idea. They're like, oh, this guy's fucking guilty. Let's trick him into confessing. Yeah, it's pretty fucked up, man.
Yeah, that's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
224 of the 364 people were African American that got released for DNA evidence. 109 were Caucasian, and then the rest were like Latin, Asian, and Native American and shit. What up, Jinx? That's crazy, dude. Holy shit. That doesn't like. That's still a lot. That's a fucking lot.
Yeah,
it's not fun to be like, oh, I trust the justice system. That's one of those things that gets me, is like, you watch in the fucking like cop shows and stuff, like you just like don't fucking say anything. Don't fucking have a conversation with the police.
Exercise your right to remain silent.
You know, if they pull you over, be polite, you know, hand over your ID, you know, answer questions. But like, there are certain things that just like, that's none of their fucking concern. Like, where were you? Where are you coming from? That's none of your fucking business.
Yeah, I was watching the show. There's a show called Homicide Hunter. Some dude, random cop from Colorado Springs, I think he is. Where like when they first they got him from some other state. They had fled to Nebraska or something. But anyways, like when they first turned themselves in, they're like, we're exercising our right to remain silent. But then they start talking, like after the fucking plane flight and shit. Then they start like talking and asking questions. And like initially, you're supposed to he reminds them like, hey, you know, you have the right to remain silent. But then if they keep talking, which apparently in that case they did, like they didn't just shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Then it becomes like, you know, admissible evidence.
Exactly. Anything you say to a cop is admissible in court. And it doesn't have, and there's no way of proving that. Like, it's really hard to basically go back and be like, look, I didn't know what the fuck was going on. I was just trying to fucking talk my way out of like a problem. I didn't do anything. It's real hard to prove that, because juries inevitably are fucking dumb as fuck.
Yeah.
So your best bet is to not say anything to the police. If they're going to arrest you, stop fucking talking.
Yeah. Keep your fucking mouth shut.
And they'll get angry. Like, they'll be mad because they know that if you stop talking, their chances of conviction go down really fast.
Right. Drastically.
The things that always get me are the people that like, where are you coming from? Where did it look like I was coming from? Yeah, I'm from down the road. Don't answer. You know? Just don't answer. Just be like, I'm sorry, I'm not required to answer that.
Yeah,
and they can be mad, but that's not grounds to search your vehicle. It's not grounds to arrest you. And if they do follow through with that, you'll be able to get compensated in a court, because that is absolutely something you can go after them for later.
Yeah.
Just always keep that in mind. Oh, Jinx, they did that to Jinx's brother, apparently. Yeah, if you're smart and you just say, like, you know what, if this is going any further, it's going to be in the presence of an attorney. You'd be surprised how often they'll back.
Yeah, like, oh shit, somebody that might know their rights. Fuck this.
Or they might arrest you. You never know. But like, either way, you're better off waiting for an attorney.
Yeah. Whether you're guilty, innocent, fucking just don't say a goddamn thing.
But if they've decided that you've committed a crime, it doesn't matter what you say. You're not talking your way out.
Yeah.
You cannot talk yourself out of being arrested. That's just never going to happen. So don't waste your time.
Yeah.
That is one of those things they should teach in high school, man. So you're getting out of high school, you know you're going to do dumb shit, you're going to get in trouble, you know, and obviously if it's a DUI or whatever, well, fuck yeah, you deserve it. But like, you know, you never know, you might just be in the wrong place at the wrong time, and you don't want to fucking go down for somebody else's, you know, somebody got in a fucking fight and beat each other up or some shit, or you don't want to go do like 5 fucking years for that shit.
Yeah, yeah.
Have it on your record, have to fucking disclose a felony anytime you go for a job application. All that kind of nonsense, all the money that you have to spend because they will bleed you fucking dry for that process.
Yeah.
Like the house arrest or like going to jail and then fucking the probation and going in and you got to go do meetings and they probably make you go pay for counseling, like anger management and counseling and shit. Like they will fucking get all the money they can out of you. You will be fucked.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, it's pretty fucked up, man.
Like, what was it? My buddy who his roommate ordered pot seeds through the mail, which is fucking dumb,
Right? Oh man.
But, he ended up doing a bunch of fucking community service and probation and paying a bunch of fines, and he had nothing to do with any of it.
Yeah, I don't understand that. I had a friend of mine who, actually a couple friends, who basically were in the situation where they were up in the valley, they're up in the Phoenix area, and these 2 people mistook them for someone else and attacked them, but then those people turned around and accused them of attacking them first. Yeah, and my friends pled no contest. At least they didn't plead guilty. I can't imagine pleading guilty. Okay, if you're in a situation,
no contest for.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I was like, what the fuck is wrong with you? You guys didn't do anything wrong. They grabbed your hammer because they're construction workers, so they have their shit in the back. They grabbed your hammer and swung it at your fucking head, and you're gonna fucking not plead, innocent. Yeah, the dude just didn't trust the system. He was just like, dude, I've been fucked over by this shit so much. I'm not pleading guilty because I didn't, do anything wrong. But I know
it's just like a small town.
No, our town's not that big here. I mean, it's 50,000 people, but it was in
But Phoenix. It's not like one of those there's 1,000 people and one sheriff that fucking runs it all kind of thing.
And it didn't happen here anyway. It happened in Phoenix.
Oh, in Phoenix, that's what I was saying. Yeah, was it a big city or a small town? So it wasn't like a small town where you got no matter what happens, there's really no way you're going to get out of it because they're friends over anybody out, any of them fucking outsiders.
Yeah.
That kind of shit happens in little towns, like the ones where it's 2,000 people or something like that. That's what I was talking.
Yeah, no, nothing.
It happened in Phoenix. Obviously, it's a big city. Yeah, don't plead no contest. You should absolutely, fight that.
Yeah, I did not understand it at all. I'm like, dude, come on. You didn't do anything.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. It's so insane. Damn it, now I can't think of it. I'd love to see a Reddit thread on that. People who've been falsely accused. That'd be interesting to see how often that shit goes down.
Right.
Yeah, I know with my friend's case, what happened was part of because they were getting, drugs through the mail, essentially. Part of what happened was the DA basically went through all their financial records to see if they could prove some sort of illicit financial gains.
Oh, right.
Sold a bunch of stock that he owned from a company that he worked for and had $500,000. So they looked at that and said, oh, well, we can take a bunch of that. So that's why they went after him. It had nothing to do with any evidence or anything that he'd done. It was oh, he's got money. As a district attorney, I can get a bunch of that money and make myself look good.
Yeah, it's pretty fucking horrible, man. Dude, what about that law where if you're carrying too much cash, they can just take it?
Oh, yeah, that shit's fucking insane.
Yeah, that's fucking horrible. If you're going to buy a car or some shit like that, and you fucking get pulled over and they're
fucking, if you're going to go buy a car, cashier's shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, dude, I would never carry cash for that. And if somebody only wants to deal with cash, then I'll buy another car.
Yeah.
There's no deal that's good for that in my mind, man. Unless you're only spending $1,000 or $2,000 on a car and it's not so much that they can just take it.
Yeah. But yeah, anything other than that, they're okay, you got too much cash. You're obviously a drug dealer, so we're going to just keep your money. And that fucking works, dude. That's what fucking ridiculous to me.
It's legal? A huge problem in Vegas. That's where it's most notorious, is because they will basically they like have contacts in the fucking casinos that will tell the cops people that have won a bunch of money gambling.
Yeah.
And the cops will just fucking wait on the highways and target people to get their cash from gambling.
That's goddamn. How is that not super fucking illegal, dude?
How kids corrupt fucking politicians, man.
Yeah. It's pretty fucking ridiculous, dude. So, yeah. So there's problems with the system. There's some shit that really needs fucking working out.
Oh yeah, for sure. It's like the wages are so low versus like the cost of living. Like that's really ridiculous. And like you get all these people like complaining, oh, you raise minimum wages, everybody's gonna get fired. It's like, oh, you know, there may be some fluctuation, but you know, historically that's not been the case. So
the market will adapt, dude.
The market will adapt. And also like the part that bothers me about this is you have free market people talking about it. They're like, oh, well, they'll just, you know, businesses will go out of business. I'm like, yeah, and
yeah, if you can't survive something like that, yeah,
if you can't pay your employees a wage and you go out of business, then that's what should have happened, and somebody else should get that business.
Yeah, somebody who can
run it,
knows how to run it,
handling that.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, it's harsh, but businesses should be allowed to fail.
Yeah, it happens all the fucking time anyway.
Yeah, and that was the big problem with the bailouts and stuff. Like they should not have bailed out all these companies. They should have allowed them to fail.
Yeah, too big to fail is such a fucking bullshit. Oh my god, it's like trickle down, dude. Trickle down is such a, you know, like you come up with a catchy fucking name.
Exactly what it sounds like. It's rich people pissing on poor people.
Yeah, yeah. I can't believe you told that though. Like that's still happening. It didn't stop when Reagan got out of office.
Oh yeah.
George
well, and then like Trump's tax cuts were good for everybody, but they were still a little bit of a callback to trickle down economics.
Yeah,
they were a little heavier towards like the wealthier portion of people. Granted, like it still needed to happen just in general because it was stifling business and shit.
Right.
But it still was a little bit of a callback to trickle down. They needed to a lot more cuts on like middle class and the lower class as well.
Yeah.
To make it a little more reasonable, because they should have cut everybody a little more fairly than that. And of course, you know, really if they want to save everybody money and increase like wages, start cutting nonsense regulations. Like 90% of the regulations in place right now that make small businesses like, what is it? Something like, it's something like 4 or 5 times more expensive than it was to start a business in like the 70s.
Oh, really?
It's some insane number, but the amount of money it costs to start a small business now because of all the regulations that the corporations lobbied for is astronomically higher than is any remotely reasonable. And then just to keep going, there's all sorts of like inspections and stuff that are really not, there's no reason for.
Right.
Like they're not protecting the environment. They're not protecting employees' safety. They're not protecting the public at large in any real way. They're not protecting the person who's running the business. They're just nonsense.
Yeah.
And so,
well, think about the. It's one of the few reasons I kind of like what Uber and Lyft kind of did. Like, you know, like in New York City, like if you want to have a fucking cab company, you have to pay like $1 million for this medallion or whatever. You know what I'm talking about? Like, so if you want to run a fucking cab company, the fucking base price is fucking $1 million for the fucking license or whatever.
Yeah, the only thing I object to is that they're basically getting away without having to pay any sort of like insurance for their employees.
Yeah, no, I definitely have issues, but I still like. I'm saying that's the fucking reason I'm kind of fucking like that shit.
Well, it was a step in the right direction because it is more of a free market move. It allows more people to make money in their free time if they choose to. Like nobody's forced to work for Uber or Lyft, so it's not like anybody's being like abused.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's a little bit more of a free market thing where suddenly it's like you get to actually have competition with the cab companies.
Yeah.
So the cab companies have to like figure out their shit because Uber's a better deal.
Yep.
I forget what it is. What do you have to do to work for Uber or Lyft? Like, I think you have to have a car that's like relatively new or something like that.
Yeah.
You can't drive a fucking 80 speeder, essentially.
Yeah, it's not doesn't take that much, from what I understand.
Yeah, it's like you just have to have a car in reasonable working condition. Oh, there was a guy on Twitter that was going to go Terrence something or other who got in like a big ass car accident. Big guy on Twitter was actually going to get to go with a bunch of other people and meet the president, and fucking his Lyft driver basically fucking like crashed into the side of a bridge. Oh, actually, he's just popped up. Terrence K. Williams on Twitter. Fucking his neck and back is all fucked up, like fractured vertebrae and shit.
God damn.
Pretty bad accident.
Sounds like it.
Let's see. Requirements. Uber. Oh, now they have Uber Eats.
Yeah. Oh, trying to get in on, was it Postmates, Grubhub, and that kind of shit?
Yeah, essentially.
Yeah, that was one of the holes that should have been easily shot into Smollett's story. Like, really? You couldn't afford to pay somebody to fucking deliver the fucking Subway?
Let's see. It doesn't say anything about. I'm trying to find the fucking requirements. You have to be at least 21. You have to own an iPhone or an Android. Your car needs to have 4 door handles and at least 5 total seat belts. You must be a covered party on your car's in-state insurance and have. Oh, you have to have special insurance to drive for like Lyft or Uber. You have to actually go get it.
Gotcha. Sounds reasonable.
And then Lyft actually inspects your car. Let's see. Uber looks like about the same thing, essentially. Yeah, like Uber makes sure you have a license and insurance, but you have to if you're driving your vehicle and like for my instance, my state in California, if you're driving it for Uber or Lyft, you have to get commercial insurance.
Yeah.
Or you're not covered, and they'll bust you for it.
Yeah, that's reasonable.
Because you're using your vehicle because it's commercial purposes at that point. So they'll fuck you, but good if you don't. My brother found that one out because he didn't bother to like research. And he went and
I just download the app, right?
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's the thing. Uber and Lyft aren't like there's nothing on their site that tells you need to do that.
Yeah, you have to actually read.
Really should be something. If they're hiring you for this, they should really be telling you like, hey,
yeah,
you got to get such and such kind of insurance and kind of stuff. Yeah, Terrence was gonna.
Yeah, you should literally have to like sign off on these individual things. Like, yes, check this box. You did that. You need this. Instead of just a general terms and conditions.
Be very clear. It shouldn't just be like you check this box to say you've met all of Lyft requirements.
Yeah. Although I think it might be partly the fact that people are like, I always just check off on terms and conditions. I always just scroll to the bottom. I just scroll to the bottom and say I'm okay with it.
You never know. It might be with my brother. It might be that there's very clear on there, and he just chose not to read it as carefully as he ought.
Right.
Oh man, so I'm loving these Reddit fucking YouTube videos where they basically just go and like show you the best out of like an Ask Reddit session or whatever.
All right.
So they're like worst dates you've ever had. Like one dude, like on the second date, the woman asked him to marry her.
Oh, wow.
And within like a couple of days after that, she'd moved into a house on his street. She used to live like a couple 100 miles away or something like that.
God damn, that's creepy.
Yeah. It's not funny. I was like, it's a little funny for me, not you,
right? Like, wow, man. It must be a fucking hell of a date, buddy.
Yeah, oh yeah, dude, that's fucking crazy.
Yeah. Although, yeah, it's more almost certainly the fact that the bitch is just fucking psychotic.
Oh man, well, she'll never leave you. She'll never leave you because you'll be a fucking head in a jar in her fucking basement.
And
you'll be with her forever.
Why do you think she was dating somebody hundreds of miles away? Because literally anyone within a 100-mile radius knew the bitch was crazy.
Yeah, exactly. I thought that was pretty good. Like one person was talking about like they were on a date and the person that they were dating tried to trip the waitress twice.
Tried to trip?
Tried to trip the waitress at the restaurant.
Okay.
I'm like, the fuck is wrong with people? Jesus.
I thought you meant tip. I was like, all right, that's weird. Like,
No, tried to trip, tried to make that poor bitch fall.
The fuck?
Yeah.
Like, you're obviously a quality human being. Jesus fucking Christ.
Some of this shit was hilarious. Like, fucking one that got me that actually creeped me out a little bit was this guy was talking about when he's a kid, he used to be afraid to sleep in his room at night because every night like he'd get headlights shadows on his wall from like a car pointing its headlights at his room, like his window, and like a long shadow, like a guy standing there. And then he found out later from like a girl that lived across the street that she hated sleeping in her room every night because she'd get the fucking brake lights waking her up, and then she'd look over and see some dude standing on the fucking street staring into his window.
Jesus Christ.
Holy shit.
How did I call the fucking cops? Like, dude, there's something fucking weird going on.
Well, and they were both super young, so none of them really connected, like, that this was seriously, like, fucking weird.
Yeah. Like, oh, I guess this is a thing people do. Yeah. I'm too young to realize that this is abnormal behavior.
Yeah, he was just terrified. He didn't know if it was real or not either. Like, that was the other part until he like talked with this girl later. Because when his mom finally started dating somebody and like the guy ended up moving in, it stopped because there was a guy in the house, I guess, was enough to scare off whoever it was.
Or it was that guy.
From the way he described the time frame, it started before his mom was dating the guy who eventually became like the stepdad.
Mm.
So, I mean, possible, but it doesn't sound likely.
Yeah, that'd be fucking weird though. Like, no, he just started dating my mom. He fucking stared into my window night after night after night, and then hooked up with my mom.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
Damn.
What was it? One of them was in China. Like this couple was given special permission to have a second child, had a second daughter, just abandoned her like in some random village. She was adopted and was living with some like farmer guy, some like dirt poor farmer dude. The couple finally had a son, but he ended up with like leukemia. So they basically were trying to force the girl into giving up like bone marrow for like bone marrow transplants to help the kid.
Wow. That's fucking
like to the point of actually tried to kidnap her from her school at one point and like all sorts of crazy shit.
The daughter they abandoned, they now wanted to. Jeez, that's fucking evil.
They posted like all these like posters of her and said she was like a monster who hated her brother and like wouldn't help out and all this other shit. Like they fucking made their life a hell. It's pretty bad.
Yeah. Wow. Like, man, how do you fucking? Yeah, that's ballsy. That's a fucking serious. Yeah, I mean, I understand. I understand how much you value males in your fucking society, but holy fuck, dude! Like, yeah, I abandoned her, but now that we need something from her.
Oh yeah, they were basically trying to like talk the dad into the guy who'd adopted her, like basically trying to bribe and talk him into like signing over the rights to her body, essentially.
Wow, that's fucking horrid, dude.
So in China, there's like body rights that you have, so they can't just like force you to take like medical treatment kind of thing. So it would have been essentially they would have had like given the parents the right to force her to undergo the medical stuff to give up like to donate bone marrow, which is incredibly dangerous, by the way. Very dangerous procedure.
Yeah, that's fucking nuts, dude. Jeez.
But then some of that shit's just funny. Like they had like zookeepers talking and like fucking one of them watched a gorilla pick up a big pile of hay in one hand and then shit in the other hand, put the fucking two together and eat it like a hot dog.
Holy fuck, man.
Be like, oh, that's gross as shit.
Yeah.
And then apparently people just try to get wherever they can into a zoo. Like if it's not impossible for a person to get there, some idiot will try it.
Wow.
Like they had 2 corrals, like one with the female giraffes and one with a male giraffe. And they found some dude trying to fucking like open the gate for the male giraffe because he thought the guy looked lonely.
Jesus.
No doubt the bull giraffe was like, yeah, you know, with the females.
Poor guy, he just needs some company. Let me let him out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where was the place? I was in like I think the Belfast Zoo where they fucking figured out some way to get out of the fucking cages.
Oh, the animals did?
Yeah.
Oh, that's fucking funny, dude.
Like apparently they made like a makeshift ladder out of like tree limbs and shit, and managed to get out of the fucking enclosure. All right, Belfast Zoo visitors escaped chimpanzee.
Oh yeah, chimps and shit will fucking like get sticks and use them to try to like make tools and like attack people through the bars and shit.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, everyone knows about the poo throwing.
Oh yeah,
which is fucking hilarious, dude. But yeah, apparently they used branches from the fucking trees, like broke them off and fucking managed to get up over the wall. Like, yeah, they're pretty fucking smart. You know, they are the closest to us as far as fucking intelligence and shit.
Well, and then there was like one I read where basically like this one like baboon had just taken a disliking to one particular zookeeper, and just anytime she was within range, he would throw shit at her.
Damn. Yeah, that's pretty fucking crazy, man.
And it might be like fresh shit or like shit that was on the ground and dried, like whatever was at hand, he would throw at this poor zookeeper if she ever went by that area.
Wow.
And then nobody knew why. Like she never interacted with him.
Right. And he just decided, he was just like, yeah,
that was just the one he hated. Yeah. Just like, I fucking hate that bitch. All right. Apparently, if a giraffe and a rhino fight, the giraffe wins.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
Did not expect that. Would have expected the rhino to be the winner, but that is not the case.
Wow. Although, yeah, they can do that weird back kick, and they have long fucking legs. Like, have you ever seen them, like, lions try to attack a giraffe? Yeah, they'll fucking, they do a little back kick thing, dude, with those long-ass legs. They'll fuck you up.
There's a lot of weight, too.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, that's another animal that has to be from like imported from another planet.
I want a giraffe to ride. I want to fucking saddle on that shit. I think that'd be awesome, dude.
Yeah, it'd have to be kind of weird because their fucking back is like slanted all weird. Like you'd have to have a special fucking saddle that like evened it out.
Well, I assume if you can afford a riding giraffe, you can afford to get a custom saddle made. You know.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, if you got giraffe money, you got giraffe saddle money.
That's what I'm saying, you know. I just think that'd make you like the coolest guy at the bar. Like anytime you showed up, man.
Nah.
Ride a fucking giraffe to the bar.
Yeah.
I don't imagine it's real easy to train or saddle break a giraffe though.
Yeah, that would be a challenge, I would imagine.
I mean, as long as you're not trying to do that with a hippo, I think you're good.
Yeah, hippos will fuck you up.
Well, I'm just thinking, even if you manage to ride a hippo, I'm pretty sure it might eat like half the people you go by.
Yeah.
It's fucking chew them up.
Yeah. Yeah, hippos are fucking vicious, man. Like they look like they're such a fucking comical looking animal that like it's hard to imagine them like fucking shit up. But they're so big and they can open their mouth like fucking 150 degrees or something crazy shit.
No, it's 180, dude.
It's 180. Holy shit, dude.
I'm pretty sure it's 180, isn't it?
Yeah, it might be. It's something ridiculous, dude.
Now I gotta Google that shit so I don't. I mean, we do have access to like all knowledge.
Yeah, that is true. Remember when we were kids and you had to actually like go to the library to look shit up? Those days are fucking gone.
No, you're at 150 degrees or 4 foot wide.
Yeah, and just clamp down on your foot. Yeah, Yeah, I think hippos are one of the animals that kills like the most people.
Yeah, hippos are the most dangerous animal in Africa.
Yeah,
By like a lot.
yeah. You would think it'd be elephants or something, but people at least I guess know not to fuck with elephants. Plus, yeah, it's a lot harder to accidentally come across an elephant. Like hippos are kind of lower to the ground, I would imagine, so you can accidentally stumble into their territory without realizing it.
Yeah.
Elephants. That's another animal that's got to be from another fucking planet.
Hippo, mosquito, elephant, black mamba, Nile crocodile, great white shark, and then the lion. The lion's way down there. I would have thought the lion would be a lot higher.
Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, although I'd imagine they're getting enough to eat out there. It's kind of like the shark. Like the shark will generally not like actually devour you. Like they'll fucking usually bite you, and you're gonna die anyway because it's a fucking bite from a great white. But they generally won't actually eat you. Like they don't like human. They prefer the taste of seals or fucking penguins or whatever the fuck else.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy, man.
Yeah, it's usually them mistaking you for a seal.
So let's see here. I found one. So lions on average, about 250 people per year in Africa. Hippos are responsible for the death of almost 3,000 people every year.
Wow. Holy fuck.
And the lion at least will fucking eat you. The hippo is a fucking vegetarian.
Right. Yeah, it's just killing you because it thinks you're fucking with it somehow.
And they can go over 30 miles an hour on land.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
It still looks funny the way they run, though, dude. Yeah, like that's what I'm saying. Like that's such a comical animal, but it's incredibly dangerous. Like maybe that's part of it. They're like, holy shit, look at that fucking hippo, dude. It fucking looks hilarious when it's running right at me.
Yeah,
they're incredibly territorial. So yeah, you get anywhere.
Elephants get 500.
What was it?
Elephants get about 500.
Wow.
Oh, the biggest killer in Africa though is the fucking mosquito.
Like malaria.
500,000 people were killed.
Wow. So like from malaria, from spread. So it's not them themselves, obviously.
Yeah, it's worldwide from malaria.
Yeah.
So, but still, like in Africa, you got yellow fever, Zika virus, West Nile virus, dengue fever, and malaria. So,
yeah, that Zika one's fucked up, man. Like, you ever seen how deformed people get from that shit?
Nah, is that cool looking? Am I gonna enjoy that?
Yeah, let's see if I can find anything, dude. But yeah, it really fucks up your face and shit, if I remember correctly.
Zika virus deformities. Should I add comedy to that?
Let me see if I can find any.
Oh yeah, it like fucks up their head and shit. Like they get born with like a tiny little head, like no brain and shit.
Yeah, although people can get it as like swells their head up and like it's fucking weird.
Oh, you'll see here. I'll let me show you what I'm talking about. It's pretty fucked up.
Yeah, I've seen ones worse than what I was like because I just googled it too. But yeah, because it can happen to adults.
Fucking tiny and shit. Apparently.
Yeah, that looks almost fake. That almost looks like a fucking doll or something.
It looks like an argument for abortion.
Yeah, like if you know that's happening to your kid, holy fuck! Like it's almost a fucking mercy. You know what I mean? Like it sounds fucked up, but like, what kind of life is that kid gonna have, man?
I'm generally against abortion, but if it's gonna be like there's what is it? There's like one where basically they're born with, but they're not really like a person. It's just sort of like the body functions.
Right. Like they're almost born without a brain stem or something.
Yeah, the brain is basically so deformed and so like it's only like a partial brain, like that they're born with.
Yeah.
So essentially they're kind of like a living doll. There's no
real consciousness to speak of.
Exactly. No real consciousness to speak of. There's no personality or anything. They basically live, breathe, they'll respond to stimuli. Like if you put food in their mouth, they'll eat it, but they won't put food in their own mouth.
Yeah. They're almost like having a house plant.
Tiny, they never grow. Like it's real fucking weird. And like I've always looked at that one like, why do you let those kids be born? Like, holy shit, that's wrong.
Yeah. No, seriously, man. Yeah, like I said, some of those cases, it's like almost a kindness to fucking, not let them live and suffer, man.
Mad Metal Man missed some stuff coming up to like us talking about killing babies.
Oh. Yeah, taken out of context, that might sound kind of cruel.
Yeah, well, and also, like, for instance, I used to work with mentally retarded people. Like, they were mentally retarded and mentally ill. And I got to say, like, 50% of the families just desert them.
Mm-hmm.
Roughly, if not more than 50%.
Yeah.
So, like,
I
could understand if somebody was like, I can't handle this. I want to get an abortion.
Yeah.
You know, the kid is going to be, like, retarded.
Right. Yeah, like if you know that, if you're at least self-aware enough to know, like, for whatever reason, like, look, I know I'm too selfish to fucking put this much energy into this, or whatever fucking reason. Yeah,
it's pretty fucking sad, man. It's real fucking sad to see the people whose families are basically like, we want nothing to do with this person.
Yeah.
And then the state, it becomes like a burden on the state. So,
right. Yeesh. Yeah, that's a tough one, man.
Yep. And you have no way of knowing ahead of time, like, how bad it's going to be. Like, is it going to be extremely mild and they could, go on to lead a relatively normal life, get a job, have like a fucking apartment and shit? Or is it going to be so bad that they basically need like physical care for their entire life, where people have to bathe and like take care of them and feed them like babies?
Yeah.
From birth to death, like that.
Yeah. And that's something you can't determine. Like, you can determine if a fucking, a fetus has Down syndrome, but you can't tell, like, to what degree, right? I mean,
I don't think so. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. Like, this one's going to be able to walk and talk and, bust tables, maybe. And this one here is not going to be able to do any of that,
Let's see. Can you tell how retarded a fetus will be?
Can't use that word, dude. Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't say anything about whether or not it's possible to find like the degree of the mental retardation.
Yeah, I wouldn't think so. Yeah.
Like, they can find out if it's going to be the case, but not like how bad. It's unfortunate because that might be a big difference. Like, you might think, oh, we can handle it, but then like, you're going to have to be changing diapers for a fucking 30-year-old at a certain point. Like, that might be like, oh, wow.
Yeah, like, that's not good for anybody, not even the fucking kid with Down syndrome or the adult with Down syndrome, whatever.
Jinx says the doctor wanted her to abort her son. He's pretty stupid, but not that bad. Dude, that's fucked up. Well, she fucking cock-blocked the poor kid, man.
Mm-hmm. What?
Well, like, her boyfriend had like his girlfriend over, and she started showing her like pictures and scaring her.
Oh, wow!
Apparently,
oh, Jesus, dude. One of those people. Look at him as a baby. Look at him as fucking doing this stupid thing when he was.
Oh, 5. I imagine she's got loads of blackmail.
That's pretty fucked up, man.
Oh, is your son actually retarded, or are you just being mean?
Yeah, you're just an asshole. Just fucking with him. Look how lame my son was. Can't be interested in this guy.
No, I mean, like, with the doctor that wanted her to abort the son, was he actually like mentally retarded, or is it like?
Oh, right.
She's just being mean to the poor kid. Or is the doctor?
Yeah, the kid. You sure you want to have it?
Yeah. Oh, she claims it was cunt block, so I'm assuming the girl was not a very nice girl. Like, he brought home a bitch, and she was just like, my bitch radar went off.
Yeah, I'm not letting my son date this fucking cunt.
Dude, I can't blame parents. If like you can tell sometimes when you're like, even if it's just like your friend or whatever, you'd be like, dude, you're dating a cunt.
Yeah. Yeah, don't do this. For your own sake, don't do this.
Yeah. Like my brother had this chick that he was fucking all about for a little while, and you could just tell she was fucking straight up fucking sociopathic, like evil and shit. It was just like, whoa. Had a bunch of arguments over that one. I was like, dude, like legit, she's not a good person.
Yeah.
And he's like, you don't like my friends. I'm like, fuck you. I've hung out with your friends before. They're cool. I've never given you shit about anybody other than like, yeah, that guy's kind of dumb, but he seems like a nice guy.
Right. Yeah, what do you think? I'm jealous? She's a fucking
like, oh, no, dude. Oh, man. I think at that point, I didn't even live at the house. I was just like, I met her a couple times and I was like, oh, shit.
Like, this is not going to end well.
Yeah. Oh, she was a fucking nightmare. Like, he paid like her rent a couple times and shit. I don't know if he got laid or not, but whew.
Wow.
Mad Metal Man had an ex trying to have him fucking killed. Holy shit.
Wow. Well done, dude, I guess. You get in somebody's head that much.
Oh, it was a high risk pregnancy. So there was a potential for a lot of things to go wrong for the pregnancy. That's not what we're talking about, though.
No. Yeah, I'm talking about where you fucking know, like, it's basically a fact that fucking baby or that kid is never going to fucking, be able to really function. There's some people that are okay with that for some reason. There's some people that are like, no, that's my kid no matter what.
Yeah, I if somebody's willing to fucking, knows the potential risk and they're like willing to fucking step up for it, sure. I got nothing wrong against that. I just,
Yeah. Although even then, like, if the kid's going to suffer his whole fucking life and you're just fucking keeping him around because you want to feel like you're a fucking great person because you didn't want to kill your kid, like that's yeah. You know what I mean? Like people that'll do it as like a pretending they're a wonderful person kind of thing.
They want the attention from it. They're not really concerned about the actual kid.
Yeah, themselves. Like they don't care that the kid's in constant fucking pain or that their life is fucking not worth living. That kind of shit.
Yeah, oh for sure. I'm still stuck on poor Mad Metal Man and X try to fucking have him killed. What is with people and not understanding that you can just break up with people?
Well, like,
you can break up with people. Find somebody else.
Yeah. Well, if you watch fucking the ID channel, it'll fucking scare the shit out of you.
Oh yeah,
fucking get killed just for fucking insurance policies and shit. Or just I don't really like the guy anymore. He treats me all right, but I just don't want to be married to him anymore. But I don't want to get divorced, so I'm gonna have to kill him. Like it's shit that's that fucking simple. Like the guy's not even that like not a fucking bad guy, just not in love anymore, and you want to fuck some other guy, or you want to fucking just fuck some other guy, but like you want to actually be with this other guy, so you kill your fucking husband or wife. It happens both fucking ways.
Yeah, there's a lot of cases in that where it all just comes down to money. Like I didn't want to divorce him because then I wouldn't have the money anymore.
Yeah, I wouldn't get the. Plus, he had a huge insurance policy. Yeah, I want the life insurance and all this shit.
Yep.
Yeah, that's fucking evil.
Yeah, the only ones on that I like are the ones where they catch the person prior to committing the crime.
Oh yeah. They actually get busted by a fucking undercover guy or whatever. Like, yeah.
How fucking hard it is to date after your fucking like wife tries to have you murdered.
Right. Yeah. I would definitely have some kind of trust issues at that point.
Yeah. Just a fucking little.
A little bit. Pretty fucking.
Well, apparently I'm guessing redheads and people with the same birthday are off the fucking table. For Mad Metal Man. Apparently she was like 3 hours younger than him and so same birthday and had red hair.
Oh yeah, redhead bitches are crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're generally fucking wild. It's really fucking weird how accurate that fucking stereotype is.
It's pretty crazy. Oh, what was it? I saw somebody try to fucking compare comic books to football on Twitter today, and I'm like, you're fucking dumb.
What?
So they're like, you shouldn't just give up on comics because, you know, it's like giving up on your football team when they're losing. I'm like, that's not the same at all. Not even remotely close. Because I guess a lot of people are like, fucking, I'm done with comics, because they're just, the SJW shit is just taken over to the point where people are like, I just don't want to have, I'm just not wasting my time on it anymore. It's just bad fucking writing, and I don't blame them.
Yeah, no, it's gotten pretty fucking horrible, man.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't. Yeah.
And in general, if your team is losing in football, they're not trying to lose.
Like,
they don't like.
Yeah, they're not losing to fucking to
prove a point,
put forth a fucking agenda.
Yeah, they're not like, well, morally, we won because we lost.
Yeah, because we got the good people are still buying the comics.
Yeah, exactly.
All those assholes that like comics, you know, the types of stories that were, you know, not ideologically driven.
Yeah,
those
exactly.
people are assholes. We don't want their business.
Yeah. I'm sure there are some comic book companies out there, like small ones, that are decent right now, but like I can totally understand somebody being like, fuck comics. It's just too ridiculous now.
Yeah. Well, did you see the thing about Ms. Marvel where fucking they're projecting it to lose like $100 million or some ridiculous amount because the stupid bitch was like, yeah, we're not making this for the fans and fuck white men. Like, dude, why? What the fuck is wrong with you fucking people? Why would you alienate that fucking market?
Let's see. I'm trying to find
most likely to watch your movie. Let's piss them off.
Well, they're coming out with a new Ghostbusters, supposedly, and the guy's like, hey, you know what? What do you call it?
Yeah, it's right, man.
They're gonna aim to like make the fans like happy, basically.
Yeah, well, no, all he said, it was like just kind of a throwaway line in an interview. Was it Jason Reitman? Like his dad was the one that did the original Ghostbusters, I believe, right? His dad is the one that did the original Ghostbusters.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure. And yeah, all he basically said as part of another answer, or you know, as a broader answer, was, yeah, we're giving it back to the fans. We're going to give it back to the fans. And that fucking people lost their shit over him saying that. That is fucking insane, dude.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, God damn, dude. I almost want aliens to show up and just obliterate our fucking species, dude.
Well, you saw that thing about John Wayne's like Playboy interview, right?
No.
Oh, everybody was real pissed off about this fucking interview that John Wayne did in like 1971 for like a couple of days because it was sexist and racist.
Oh, John Wayne? That's shocking.
It was pretty funny because a lot of the shit he was saying is pretty fucking accurate and like almost like fucking prophecy and shit. Right. And the majority of it, you take away the language that's definitely not considered appropriate anymore, but at the time was perfectly acceptable.
Yeah, 50 years ago.
Yeah, at the time was totally normal language. It's just basic conservatism. Like nothing in it is really racist or any of that shit. It's not that bad at all.
Yeah.
Well, I was just thinking what they ought to do is put John Wayne in the fucking Ghostbusters movie for like a cameo.
Yeah,
and just really piss everyone off.
CGI John Wayne showing up, dude.
I'd fucking pay money to see the Twitter storm from that shit.
Damn.
Like here's the interview. I found an actual copy of it. Like so they ask him how he feels about the motion picture business today, and this is in 71. He says, "I'm glad I won't be around much longer to see what they do with it. The men who control the big studios today are stock manipulators and bankers. They know nothing about our business. They're in it for the buck. The only thing they can do is say, geez, that picture with what's her name running around in the park naked made money, so let's make another one." Like, tell me that's not fucking prophecy.
No shit. That's funny.
Let's see. Then he bashes the rating systems a little bit. Let's see. I'm trying to find the spot where people got real pissed off here. Let's see. It'd be really funny if they didn't actually fucking, it wasn't actually from the interview. Somebody just basically fucking changed it up.
Yeah, that's true. You could probably attribute. You could probably attribute anything to John Wayne, and it would be believable.
Yeah, true. Well, I mean, he's got some fucking legendary stories and shit. Like at one point, he apparently was like drunk and showed up at some random dude's house, was like, "Make me a drink." Person's was like, "Well, it's John Wayne. I made him a drink and he left."
Yeah, well, man, what else are you gonna do if fucking John Wayne shows up at your house all fucking hammered? You're gonna make that dude a drink.
Fuck yeah. Let's see. He fucking goes on about the commies. Well, the liberals seem to be quite willing to have communists teach their kids in school. The communists realized that they couldn't start a workers' revolution in the United States since the workers were too affluent and too progressive. So the commies decided the next best thing, and that's to start on the schools, start on the kids, and they've managed to do it. Wow. Fucking prophecy, right?
Oh, shit, dude. Yeah, that's fucking Edgar Casey or fucking Nostradamus level prophecy, dude.
So apparently Angela Davis had her teaching credentials revoked, and everybody claimed it's because she was black and not because she was like teaching stuff that was not appropriate or like some other reason incompetent. And they asked, Angela Davis claims that those who revoke her teaching credentials on ideological grounds are actually discriminating against her because she's black. Do you think there's any truth in that? And Wayne said, with a lot of blacks, there's quite a bit of resentment along with their dissent, and possibly rightfully so. But we can't all of a sudden get down on our knees and turn everything over to the leadership of the blacks. I believe in white supremacy until the blacks are educated to a point of responsibility. I don't believe in giving authority and positions of leadership and judgment to irresponsible people.
Yeah, a little racist.
It's not bad, though. It's not totally...
Yeah, again, this is 1971. So yeah, you can make some allowances for some shit, dude.
Well, then they get him to clarify, are you equipped to judge which blacks are irresponsible and which of their leaders inexperienced? And Wayne says, it's not my judgment. The academic community has developed certain tests to determine whether blacks are sufficiently equipped scholastically. But some blacks have tried to force the issue and enter college when they haven't passed the test and don't have the requisite background. And then they ask, how do you get the background? He's like, go to school. You go to college, go to public schools.
Yeah, well on the tests. Yeah. Although, yeah, I still find it fucking crazy that you actually have lower standards for free people because they're minorities. I don't know, man. That seems fucking wrong to me, dude. You know what I mean? Like, if you're fucking white or Asian, you're going to not get in over somebody who's like fucking someone that didn't score anywhere near as highly as you did. That person's going to get in because they're black or fucking Hispanic.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's fucking ridiculous, dude.
Actually, it's come to a point where like white people are almost a minority. College.
Yeah.
They even asked him about like, the percentage of like blacks in Hollywood, and he's like, essentially like it should, if the role calls for it, then that's what the role calls for. If it doesn't, then it doesn't. And you can't expect the same percentage in society to be represented in a movie because the movie is work of fiction essentially.
Right.
He also says the same on the set. Like, if there's I'm not going to sit there and worry about if the people on the set are trained. Like if they can do the job, they can do the job. If they can't, they can't. I'm not going to sit there and make like percentage hiring based on like color and race and shit like that.
Yeah. No, Patton Oswalt, back when he was still fucking funny, did a bit about, he was talking about how when he used to write for television, like I don't know what show it was, but on Mad TV, I think he wrote for Mad TV for a little bit. But basically he was like, so you'll have conversations with people and they'll come back and they're like, yeah, this Adolf Hitler sketch is really funny. Can he not be anti-Semitic? And he's like, yeah, and 3 of these Klansmen are going to have to be black. We're going to get letters. You're going to have at least 3 of these Klansmen be black. That's obviously a fucking exaggeration, but like, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, exactly. Well, he was in his response. He's talking about like the grips on the set. He's like, I can't sit about like our 10% of the grips on set black because like as not, there's not enough people to fill that position who are black because they just haven't trained for that position.
Right. Like
whoever shows up to the door with the training is the one who's going to be considered, is essentially what he's saying. He's like, I'm not sitting there fucking worrying about which way it is. I just fucking who could do the job.
Yeah, if the black guy's most qualified, the black guy should get the job. If not, then
and he also talks in his films, he's like, and if the character called for like a black man, that's who I hired as an actor to play the role.
Yeah, you're not gonna fucking hire a white guy in blackface, Yeah, pretty fucking ridiculous, man.
Yeah. It was pretty fucking funny because when you read through it, like the language from then is obviously offensive today. Like that's very
right.
The statements were really just common sense.
Yeah,
like,
pretty fucking reasonable, really. Yeah. But yeah, they're like, hey, I don't know what to be outraged about. You guys got anything?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, yeah, it's fucking ridiculous.
Well, and I really like the fact that what do you call it? What was it? That they blew up that he wasn't like a feminist and shit. Essentially, what it was like, he's not a feminist. He's not like, he didn't like bow down and worship at the font of like race and stuff. And it's like, he was born in like 1905 or some shit, like
yeah, it's kind of pretty unrealistic expectations.
Yeah, your expectations are pretty fucking absurd. Well, it's that same thing where they gotta fucking apply modern standards to historical figures. Like they did that shit with like Lincoln and Jefferson and all that. Well, Jefferson was a racist cunt. Well, fucking duh.
Yeah. If you read Abraham Lincoln's thoughts on black people, he didn't fucking think all that highly of them, dude. You know what I mean? Or if you read about it, it's pretty much what was standard at the time, dude. But again, it looks fucking horrible and fucking.
Yeah.
And
the Democrats were the ones that required the 3/5 thing.
Yeah.
They were the ones that said, like, no, they're not real people. Because
the
Republicans were like, all right, you freed the slaves, then they count as a full person. One person, one vote, one, And they were like, no, they're 3/5. So you don't get too many people in Congress. Was essentially what that was about the congressional representation.
Turns out we had a bunch of them, each plantation had way more black people than white people. So if all those people are now allowed to vote, they're going to fucking elect everybody.
In the South, far more control of the House of Representatives than the North. And then it's like that's why California counts illegals. More representatives in Congress.
Mm-hmm.
And then, like most of the Jim Crow laws were Democrat sponsored, essentially, as far as I'm aware. And then realistically, it was all about money. It wasn't about morality or like, oh, they should be free because they're people and stuff. It was more like we need to cripple this group of people because we need to do this other thing to make more money here, and it won't work if we have these people doing that. And
well, again, how are you going to compete? You can't compete with that. Like if you have slaves or don't have slaves, like the people that are having slaves do everything for them or whatever as far as their businesses, you can't compete with that. So it was probably cloaked in morality, I would imagine. But the real.
And I'm sure some of the people really genuinely cared.
Absolutely. Yeah. But I would imagine most of the reason is, we can't compete with as far as business goes. We can't compete with people that have slaves.
Yeah, most likely. But whatever. I mean, like we're the first country to actually go to civil war to like free the slaves. So.
Yeah, whatever the reasons were, we fucking did that shit.
All right. Hey, what's up? I'm Rick. Yeah. Throw you a wrench there. There we go. Somebody who hasn't been to the channel before. I always wrench people because if Satan and Satire is ever on, he just tries to ban people. we gotta make sure.
Yeah, for no reason either. He just fucks with people.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm gonna fucking delete your comments just because.
Oh, for sure.
I might totally agree with what you're saying. I'm still banning you.
Oh yeah, you gotta watch that Satan.
That fucking guy. He hasn't been on for a while, man. It's been a couple of weeks now?
We probably got boring.
Yeah.
Or or he's just really drunk all the time. I don't know. Maybe he's working.
Maybe he got the drugs that he hadn't been getting for a while.
He was looking for some cocaine, but I would think that'd be more likely that he would be on there.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
That was kind of his thing for sure. Oh yeah, and he hates Jinx. He would absolutely ban Jinx if Jinx wasn't wrenched.
Right. Damn.
But he times out he would time out everybody that he could if there was no wrenches. So you got to wrench everybody. That and it also, like, if people do more comments, like I remember, like, on some of the streams when I watched, when I'd be like one of two people viewing, every once in a while you'd put too many comments down and get like timed out, and I always thought that was kind of lame.
Right.
So I like to avoid that.
Yeah, like, you commented, you have to wait 30 seconds. It was like a fucking cooldown period.
Oh, he's even gone after Mad Metal Man. I'm not surprised. Satan and satire. It's just kind of what he is.
Yeah.
Oh, Morbius and Ghostbusters is slated to be the top runs next summer. I haven't heard anything about Morbius. Is that like a movie, or I'm assuming it's a movie? If they actually make a third movie in the franchise with the Ghostbusters, that would be pretty fucking awesome, and the fans would be super happy.
Yeah. Well, that's what they're talking about, right? That's what.
What's a living vampire? Morbius, the living vampire.
Yeah, that's from comics, isn't it? Or I don't know. I know there are comics of it.
Yeah, it looks like it's a Marvel character.
Yeah.
Dr. Michael Morbius. Let's see the Wikipedia. Oh, he is an antagonist for the Spider-Man. So despite his initial, he became a hero eventually. So like an anti-hero character.
Nice.
Let's see, Morbius 2020. Look, I wanted to find out who's going to be. So Jared Leto is going to play Morbius.
Oh, Jesus. Okay.
Oh, you're already happy. I can tell you. Look at you're so happy. The
guy that played the Joker?
Yeah. The guy that played the Joker.
Not Heath Ledger. I
fucking love him, dude. He's so fucking crazy, over the top, ridiculous. I enjoy the hell out of it.
Yeah,
not because it's good though. Like, let me be clear. I know it's bad.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Apparently, like, on the set, he was literally doing the whole fucking method actor and shit, like fucking with people, like he was actually the Joker.
Yeah. Oh, exactly. Yeah. Like he gave Will Smith like a box of fucking like ammo and shit. Will Smith's like, the fuck am I going to do with this?
We're in California, dude. I can't have this.
What were the other ones he gave? So I want to say he gave somebody like a dead pig or some shit.
Yeah. I was thinking it was a mouse for some reason or something weird like that, but maybe not. You might be right. Yeah. But it's just like, dude, come on. Yeah.
And then what was the name of that movie? Fucking goddamn it.
Suicide Squad?
Suicide Squad.
I haven't seen that. Is that actually any good? I've heard it.
It's fun, man. There's some kind of cringe moments. Like Harley Quinn's speech in the bar is kind of cringy. Jared Leto as the Joker is cringy, but most of it's just fun, like action silliness. I mean, it's comic book stuff.
All right.
All the creepy gifts Jared Leto sent to Suicide Squad. Let's see. A live rat, bullets, red pig, anal beads, used condoms, sticky porno mags, and a love letter.
Jesus fucking Christ, dude.
It should be noted that Jared Leto did not indicate who used the condoms, but it certainly could have made for an interesting day for Jared Leto's assistant. I don't know who wrote this, but good for them. Mike Sampson. Good writing, sir. I like Will Smith's comment on that. Like
it's so fucking contrived. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that just seems so fucking forced.
Well, he's one of those people that I guess basically gets into the character and pretends to be that character or whatever for the whole time.
I don't know. It seems like he wants to project that more than he was actually doing it. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I mean when I say it feels forced.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No. It seems like shit.
Yeah.
I like the fucking anal beads. Like, he gave that to the hot girl on the fucking set. At least one of them. It's like, come on, fucking grow up, dude.
Like, you should probably be arrested for that or something. Like, that should constitute.
I don't know if you get arrested for sending somebody anal beads. I think you should definitely be shamed for it. Like, you're a fucking loser. Knock it off.
Yeah, what the fuck? Like, that's got to at least count as fucking harassment or something. Maybe not. I don't know. But yeah, like I said, it just doesn't seem it just seems unnatural and forced. Yeah. He's like, yeah, I'm gonna do better than Heath Ledger. Like, no, you're not. You're not, dude.
Well, I mean, I think if you're going to buy somebody anal beads, you should probably know whether or not they actually want them from you.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah. Like I would hope he at least had enough of a relationship that they would get it as a joke, other than being fucking creeped out by it.
Like, what was it? Somebody, fucking one of the modern Medusa, I think it is, posted like a tweet that somebody retweeted on my timeline that was like somebody got her like a thing where you take a mold of your pussy.
Oh,
somebody sent her that.
Wow.
And Matt Monuments is going to send somebody anal beads, apparently.
That's a great idea.
But like they sent her like that. They sent her like a DVD of some movie that she wanted, and also like a mold your own pussy kit because they wanted to get it back. And I guess that's kind of like the stuff she does. I don't know. I haven't seen anything she done for like a very long time. Oh, he's gonna send them to me. Okay.
Hey, free anal beads, dude. Fucking yeah.
Oh man. Well, I gotta say, Satan having my address, I'd be concerned about. I'm not as concerned about Mad Metal Man knowing where I live. I don't think he's going to show up and try to stab me as much.
All right.
Satan would definitely try to stab me at some point. Like I'm pretty sure that's not bullshit.
Right. He's like, I might not go there specifically to do it, but if I find myself in Northern California,
yeah,
I am totally stabbing Stabby.
To be fair, I am very annoying. I'm not going to pretend that that's not something I've probably earned at this point.
Oh yeah,
like
totally deserve to be stabbed.
No, I'm just saying, like, I can understand why people would be irritated. I don't necessarily agree that stabbing is necessarily the right point. But like, I play Sea of Thieves with somebody on a fairly regular basis, and they've already threatened to find me.
Stabby inspiring people.
She's apparently got like a sister who's like married who lives in California, and she's like, I have people there. I could fucking send them to your house.
Jesus, dude.
I inspire people, I say.
People love to hate Stabby.
Oh my god.
Oh,
it's just mail me obscene shit from time to time. Oh man, then I have to get like a pig corpse and use it on the pig corpse or something and mail pictures back, because that wouldn't be weird. A box of Polaroids from his computer screen as he looks up granny porn. God, okay, Mad Metal Man, that's getting a little worried. I don't know about that. Granny porn might be a little too creepy. I'm sure there's granny porn though. I'm not looking that up to see. I have no doubt in my mind that's very real.
Oh yeah, granny porn absolutely fucking exists. Ugh.
Oh, and Satan and Satire, when I asked him about donkey shows, said absolutely, and they're an art form. But they're 100% real and they're art.
Yeah, and you just don't get it.
I just was curious if that was like an urban legend or like a legit thing, you know?
No, I knew it was fucking real, dude.
I figured it was probably real, but if anybody I know had ever seen one, it'd probably be like Satan and Satire.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, I don't know if I could actually watch it. I don't know. I could watch it for probably like 5 seconds, and then I'd be like, all right, that's enough of that shit.
Oh, Jinx is pointing out that she's a grandmother.
So that's technically granny porn? All right.
I don't know. This is getting weird. This is going to involve a lot of people in my chat, apparently. I don't know what I did, but it should be interesting.
Yeah. They're all secretly Takasaw fans, dude. They fucking hate you.
I don't think Arkansas gives a shit about me anymore. That was
I don't know, man. It's like
fucking career is tanked. He tanked his own fucking career at this point. So
yeah, that is pretty glorious. But yeah, I don't know, man. He seems like the type to hold a grudge, dude. And he seemed to fucking
I don't really care.
He remembered some weird conversation from like years before. So yeah, he seemed like that kind of angry, fucking impotent rage kind of guys.
Blood.
Did you see what, dude? I didn't know this, but fucking apparently, like Andy went to that fucking thing in Tennessee, and he had somebody. We had fucking.
I'm not going to be there, but I'm still going to go. I'm going to meet up with fans and talk to people.
But no, dude, he fucking had them wheel him out in a fucking wheelchair, dude.
Oh, he had them wheel him out in a wheelchair.
Pretty fucking funny, dude. I fucking hate Andy, dude, but that's pretty fucking funny. Because, you know, they were always fucking saying that Tonkasaw was actually disabled in a fucking wheelchair or some shit.
Oh, yeah. That's pretty fucking funny.
Yeah.
Oh, it says urban legends are real. I have 2 Bigfoots mounted between my 2 bucks. Man, I would love it if Bigfoot was real, but somebody already shot him.
Right.
Somebody already fucking, like, some random hunter was just like, I'm gonna get that. Fucking in some house right now.
Well, there's been people that actually go out to fucking hunt them, dude. I've seen they actually had a show about it, like a TV show, like hunting Bigfoot. Like they're literally yeah, we're gonna kill him, prove he's real. One guy claimed he fucking shot him and killed him, but the fucking corpse disappeared. Like he's some kind of mystical creature that fucking like
I've heard shit like that, yeah, where it's like an alien or like a ghost or some sort of like phantasm.
Yeah. They mine sulfur for the aliens, and that's why they smell so bad. I've heard that. Shit they fucking come up with.
Could mine sulfur for the aliens? What?
Yeah, they're like, yep, that's why they smell so bad.
No, he usually leaves the Bigfoots in the woods because they're not good eating after he shoots them.
Yeah, they're good hunting. They're a good challenge, but yeah, kind of gamey. Fucking was it like a couple weeks ago or maybe a week ago? I was like fucking jonesing for some really good wings, and I got these Foster Farms wings, which I thought Foster Farms is a pretty well-known name brand. I think it's national, maybe not.
Yeah, Foster Farms pretty much everywhere, I think.
So I got these like whatever buffalo style wings. They were the worst fucking wings I've ever eaten. They were fucking horrible, dude. It was like they had an extra layer of like skin and fat. Like it was like twice as thick as it should be. And it tasted like nothing. Like it was fucking gross, dude. Like, dude, I was like almost angry. Like they were so bad that I was almost like angry about how bad they were. Like, I was like, ooh. Like I almost went back to the store. I really should have asked for my money back. But the good thing is I actually no.
I'm wondering if basically it was like
they're like
supposed
flavored
to be deep fried or something like that.
No,
they're flavored. Okay, yeah, no, that's fucking weird then.
Like buffalo style hot shit or whatever, which even that didn't really taste that good. But the good thing about it is it actually inspired us to try to make our own. And we found ones that are just basically, it's like a 2.5 pound of just the drumettes, because I don't like the wing ones, you know, because it's kind of hard to eat, you know, because the 2 little bones are there and you got to.
Oh, yeah, for sure, dude.
Yeah, so we found a place, it's actually just the Kroger brand wings, dude. Or the drumettes, I guess they call them, you know, the mini drumsticks. And my mom had actually just bought an air fryer, which is basically just like a little. Yeah, it works really well, man. It's fucking awesome.
They're insanely good. Yeah.
Yeah, so we basically just bought those Kroger brand ones and fucking cooked them up in there, and they turned out like even without flavor, any kind of flavor or sauce, they're like actually really good. My son, who's incredibly picky, like ate like a fucking 12.5 of them. He was like, "Yeah, these are really good." You know, so at least that turned out, and I actually got a decent sauce. It's really basic. All I do is I take like some kind of barbecue, because I like spicy barbecue is like my favorite flavor, like hot and barbecue.
Yeah, absolutely.
I I had one from Famous Dave's, and I take that and mix it with just like some either Louisiana hot sauce or Red Devil or Tabasco or whatever. That turned out pretty well. There was one called Sweet Baby Ray's. It was like a
Sweet Baby Ray's. Ooh, I love that. Yeah, Sweet Baby Ray's is fucking good.
What was it?
Hard to find in this area, but real fucking tasty.
Yeah, no, they actually have it at the grocery store here, like bottles of this shit. So yeah, that mixed with like a Red Devil or something, and then I put some cayenne pepper in there too. Just that made them fucking amazing, dude.
Well, I think the standard is just hot sauce and butter, like 50-50. That's like the standard, like buffalo wing sauce.
Oh, right.
Yeah. So you got to have a little bit of kick to it, or it's not really like a fucking, not really a good wing.
Really a buffalo wing. Yeah, but there's a place down here, like just a little hole in the wall place that has like an incredibly good pizza and wings, but it's really expensive. Like like a large pizza is like $20. Which I don't know. I could be fucking, shit could be really expensive in big cities and shit. But like, it's a decent. It's really good, but like it's fucking expensive. And like a pound of wings is like $14. So yeah, finding something that was way cheaper that I could make myself that was pretty much as good as that, I was like, fucking A. So I almost want to thank Foster Farms for being so shitty.
So you had to find out a better way to get wings. There's a place down on the fucking like one of the little shopping centers down from near where I live, and fucking I forget what it's called, but it's supposed to be like a keto, like you can get a keto set of like wings there, like it's pretty low carb, most of it.
Right.
And I ordered it, and it was like so fucking mediocre. I was just like, oh, this is so bullshit. So now I'm real fucking tempted because we have an air fryer.
Mm-hmm.
Real fucking tempted to just start making my own fucking wings.
Yeah, I'm telling you, they turned out perfect, like nice and crispy and fucking, yeah. So you get basically the same thing as frying them without actually having to fry it in animal fat.
Oh yeah, well, and then it's you don't need to add fat to like fry stuff. We have a deep fryer too. We actually do have like a little like, I mean, you could probably fry like 4 or 5 wings at a time, size deep fryer.
Oh, right.
Or those little drumettes that you're talking about. But now I'm thinking about it, and I'm like, I could just get some good chicken fucking, like, just drumsticks and fucking fry them up like that.
Yeah, I was actually thinking that because my son loves, like, his Nana's fried chicken. So, yeah, I was thinking of doing that, cooking actual regular sized drumsticks in there because it should turn out pretty fucking well. Yeah, that air fryer, I'd never even fucking heard of that shit. It's basically just a convection oven, right? I mean, really? It's just like a small.
It's not quite the same. It's not quite the same because convection oven has heat and it has hot air blowing around in it. The air fryer is just hot air. Because we have a convection oven, like, and it's the oven itself gets hot, and then the air is circulated through to keep the heat even.
All right. Well, the
air fryer, the air itself is hot, and it's just the air. There's no like other heat coming in.
All right, but it has a fan, right? I mean, the one I use has a fan.
Oh yeah, it has a fan.
Yeah, but yeah, it cooks the shit really quick and still manages to cook it all the way through. Kind of like some kind of mix, like somewhere it's right between like the microwave and.
It also cooks a little more evenly than most ovens because most ovens will have like hot spots. It'll be like hotter in the bottom or the top, wherever the heating element is on the outside of the oven.
Yeah, which makes sense. You're not going to get an even thing throughout the whole.
But getting that air circulating in there at a relatively good rate keeps it all like nice.
Yeah.
Also, it's good if you have food that needs to be dried out more. If not, you want to foil wrap shit.
Right. Kind of keep it in there.
Yeah, so you can take, like, for instances with the keto thing, like you can replace potatoes with radishes. Radishes, when they get cooked, taste like potatoes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they're the same texture, the same flavor. The only difference is they have a lot more water content. So it's good to, like, I'm going to try to bake them in the convection oven the next time I use them for something. Like, just cook them off in there first before I recook them. Just to get as much of the water out as I can with the fucking airflow.
Yeah, my mom was trying to make sweet potato fries, and it's just not working. Like regular fries
are hard.
Yeah, what is it about them? Is it like too much moisture in them, or what? Like, do you know why?
It's I think it's a combination of there being too much moisture and then being a lot more fiber.
Okay.
They're a lot more fibrous, so you got to cook them a lot longer,
Hmm.
and there's enough moisture that they don't come out very firm. From what I've
Yeah.
seen, it might be different if you deep fried them in fat, though.
Yeah, I'm sure that would work. But yeah, and the fucking thing, because my mom's tried everything, like trying to like slice them like chips, trying to cut them real thin, like real thin fries. Nothing's fucking working. I fucking hate sweet potato shit anyway, so I don't really care. Um, yeah, but the regular ones turned out okay. Like the regular fries with regular potatoes were pretty fucking good.
Oh yeah, if you throw like frozen fries in an air fryer, they come out great.
Yeah, nice and crispy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My brother likes to use the air fryer to fry hot dogs. So he'll wrap a hot dog in bacon and then just fry that shit.
Yeah, that does sound fucking good.
It's fucking delicious. It's very good.
Yeah, I imagine it cooks really fucking fast too, right? Like that can't take more than 5 minutes, I would imagine.
Yeah, well, yeah, like 4 or 5 minutes. You're not taking long. No.
Yeah, because that's what I hate about the hot dogs, man, is taking the time to cook them. Like most of the time I just throw them in the fucking microwave.
Oh yeah.
Like I don't want to take the time to like cook it in the pan or anything like that.
Oh, I like oven cooking them. If I'm doing hot dogs, I like to just throw them in the oven for a few minutes.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna try the air fryer with them, dude. That sounds like
that's definitely a better way. Like I think that because I don't usually do hot dogs, I usually do like kielbasa, like Polish sausage.
Oh yeah. My grandmother's fucking Polish, dude. So yeah, I got a lot of that.
They make a real good fucking sausage, that fucking kielbasa shit.
Yeah, I fucking love that shit.
Next time I do that, I'm gonna probably fry it in the air fryer. And the nice thing is you can keep the air fryer clean by just sticking whatever you're frying in like a fucking tinfoil cup kind of thing. Make like a little tinfoil pan and you don't have to clean it as much.
Yeah. Although, dude, my mom got these. Fuck, I forget the name of them, dude. But I'm talking about regular pans, like frying pans and shit. You cannot get anything to stick to these things. It's fucking amazing, dude. Like literally,
we have one of those. What is it? Blue copper or something like that?
Yeah, these are different. Like they look like just regular. I don't know what they're made out of. I'm trying to think of the name. Let me see if I remember it correctly.
Yeah, we got those. Like we cook bacon, eggs, hash browns, fucking fried meat, hamburgers, whatever, like steaks. Nothing sticks to the damn pan. You just wipe it out with a paper towel.
Oh, it's titanium. Okay, all right. Yeah, it's the brand that you got. It's called Tefal, T-FAL. Yeah, those ones are because she's gotten the ones that are like they were like these green color. I forget the fucking name of them, dude.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
And those were all right, but these actually work even like way better, dude.
So titanium is even better than that? Damn.
Yeah, dude. I'm telling you, dude. You cannot get anything to stick to this shit, dude. It's really fucking well, man. Yeah, I think it said T-FAL, titanium fry pan. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I said, we had those ones, and they're all right, dude. But yeah, compared to these ones, they fucking suck.
Yeah, I think the only thing that I have to watch for is we're probably going to remodel at some point and get an induction stovetop. So I'm not sure. Like I know that some pans will and some pans won't work with induction. I think it has to have iron in it.
Right. Yeah, it's still tough to beat a fucking iron skillet, dude.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, I'm gonna fucking skillet fry a fucking steak for dinner tonight. I got a nice fat ribeye sitting out, getting close to room temp.
Nice.
And then I love it. You just throw some fucking couple strips of bacon, dice them up real good, throw them in a pan, let them start to cook up a little bit. Throw in the steak and some green beans, and just fucking fry it all up together.
Okay, so you almost use the bacon, like the bacon fat is like instead of like butter or something.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
And then you cook the steak in that and the green beans as well. So the green beans and the bacon are like their own little side dish to your steak. It's really fucking good. And it's super like ketogenic because you get high fat content and low carbs and medium protein. So
yeah, the green beans probably get a really good flavor too, I would imagine.
Oh yeah, dude. The green beans taste amazing when you do that shit.
Yeah, because green beans are like, I don't know. Sometimes I like them, sometimes not. Like Cracker Barrel. I love fucking Cracker Barrel's green beans, dude. They have like almost like a smoky flavor to them. Really fucking good.
Oh, dude, yeah, fucking amazing. I've never had Cracker Barrel though. I've never eaten there.
Are you serious, dude? That place is fucking awesome, dude. I fucking love that place.
My fucking cheat weekend is this weekend, so maybe I'll have to check it out if there is one nearby me.
Yeah, they have like a really good pot roast. Trying to think, I don't know if they call it a pot roast, but it's basically pot roast. A really good, incredibly fucking tender. Like you get that because they give you like 3 sides, like with any of the meals. So I'll usually get like corn, potatoes, and then fucking green beans. Yeah, it's fucking amazing.
No, there's the closest one is Sacramento. I'm not driving like 3 hours.
Yeah, it ain't that good. Yeah, if you happen to find yourself near a Cracker Barrel, dude, fucking eat Cracker Barrel. But yeah,
it sounds like it's out near where I every once in a while they have a Ren fair. So if I ever go out to the Renaissance Fair again, I'll have to check out the Cracker Barrel when I'm like on my way back or something.
Yeah. Yeah, like I said, you're not driving just for that, but yeah, that's weird because they're fucking everywhere here. Like my town has one, you know, so it's kind of weird that there's not one closer to you. Pretty sure your fucking city is bigger than where I live.
Yeah, we have like 100,000 people, I think. How big is it? Might be more than that. Fucking what's my city's population? I'm not gonna share that one on stream though.
Yeah. All right. But yeah, and the store, dude, I don't know. I kind of like the store better than the fucking restaurant. Like, because it's got a bunch of old timey type shit. Like a bunch of candies and shit you can't really find anywhere else. Necco wafers and fucking, I don't really like those, but you know, shit like that. Those pecan logs. You know, I don't know. It's just a bunch of shit that like you can't really find anywhere else. Charleston chews, which sometimes I guess most places still carry Charleston chews, but
Charleston chews. I remember those when I was a kid. That was always fun, like the big fucking giant candy bars.
Yeah,
I used to get them because they were bigger than the other candy bars. When I was,
yeah.
and again, when I was fucking a kid, you could buy like a big ass candy bar and a fucking soda for like $1.10 all together.
Yeah. Nowadays it's fucking like $1.50 just for the candy bar.
Yeah, exactly. It's $1.50 for the fucking candy bar now.
Yeah. You know what's good is the M&M's makes like a chocolate bar now. That's actually pretty good. They have a bunch of different ones like peanut and almond and the rice ones and shit. Those are actually pretty good. Yeah. Still can't beat the white chocolate fucking Reese's cups, dude.
White chocolate. I like the white chocolate stuff. I'm more a fan of mixing the Reese's peanut butter cups and the Kit Kats together. Something about that peanut butter and the crunch and everything.
Yeah, I've never done that, but that does sound good.
I like with the little mini, like you get the little bag and it's the little teeny tiny ones.
Right.
So you're not shoving like, 2 giant fucking candies in your mouth at the same time.
Yeah, well, they have like 3 sizes. They have like the tiny ones that you're talking about, and they have a middle size that's like the ones they still wrap them up like individually, and then obviously you have the regular big fucking flat ones. But yeah, the tiny ones, I don't think they make I'm sure they do make the regular Reese's, the candy bar type one.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if they must make them with white chocolate. I haven't really seen them, but yeah.
I've seen like peanut butter white size Reese's, just the standard ones. Yeah, I've seen them with the white chocolate.
Yeah, they must have them.
The only ones maybe I just seen white chocolate are the like double sized ones where it's just one big ass cup that you get.
Oh yeah, that's too much peanut butter, honestly, dude. I don't really like those ones. I like the smaller ones.
Fucking the ones I've seen that were the craziest are like the half-pound ones or like the fucking pound ones or whatever they sell around Valentine's Day.
Oh, right.
Or is it? It's Christmas. It's around Christmas time. They have like these 1 pound Hershey's Kisses, like 1 pound peanut butter cups, and then the fucking peppermint patties. That's the other one. The peppermint patties. Those things are fucking crazy.
Yeah.
I always buy one of those for my sister because I know she fucking like she'll eat it, but she always gets like annoyed with me. She's like, I don't fucking want this much candy.
Yeah, get some size between this and the normal ones, damn it.
Yeah, exactly. My brother once got her like a 10-pound Hershey bar. That shit was like a punishment, man.
Right. It's almost like, okay, now I hate chocolate, you fucking assholes.
Like she had that bar for a long fucking time. She did
Damn.
eventually get through it. I mean, she likes chocolate, but goddamn, that was a lot.
Yeah. But yeah, for some reason those fucking white chocolate ones. It sounds weird because like peanut butter and white chocolate doesn't sound like that great of a mix, or at least it didn't to me because I saw them and I never tried them for the longest time. But yeah, then I tried them. I'm like, holy shit, this is the fucking greatest thing ever.
Oh hell yeah!
Yeah.
Oh, dude, Rick makes his own bacon. Oh yeah, making your own bacon is fucking awesome.
Yeah, I bet.
There's absolutely, that is the fucking best. If you want like the best bacon you can possibly get, definitely making your own, because you can cut that shit thick if you want or thin if you want, however you like it.
Yeah, right on.
Oh my god, Mad Metal Man, that is fucking heresy. He says Nutella is gross.
Yeah, oh, man, I like Nutella.
Oh, I don't know about that.
I'll actually make a fucking peanut butter and Nutella sandwich, dude. That's some good shit.
Oh man, yeah, I don't know, dude. He's like, sorry, personal opinion. Nah, dude, that's cool. Everybody gonna like different shit. Fucking, oh yeah, Nutella and peanut butter sandwich is where it's at, dude. Fucking love that.
Well, I remember as a kid, dude, peanut butter and marshmallow fluff or marshmallow cream sandwich.
Never did that. I've heard that so many times, and I'm really like wanting. It's sort of like peanut butter and banana sandwich. I kind of want to try it, but I'm kind of worried at the same time. Like I'm afraid.
Peanut butter and banana is really fucking good too. Yeah. Yeah, fluffernutter. That's what they call the peanut butter and marshmallow cream. You want a fluffernutter?
Yeah, I actually have sugar-free Nutella. Like it's a hazelnut chocolate spread with no sugar.
That's still good.
It's got like erythritol, so it's still super sweet, and the chocolate covers up the erythritol. It's hard to explain. It's like it's sweet just like sugar. There's no aftertaste, but it kind of makes things a little bit cold.
That's weird.
It's hard, yeah, and that's, unless you've had it, it's hard to explain because it's a sugar alcohol.
Oh, right.
Yeah, and that's also why you can't eat too much like erythritol. Is it'll continue to ferment in your gut if you eat a lot of it, you get real gassy and bloated and shit.
Yeah.
So it's self-limiting. Like if you want to eat like sugar-free candy that has that, you only want to have a little bit. Like one candy bar's worth of candy or whatever. But it's better than things like maltitol and there's a bunch of other ones like not sucralose. It's maltitol, and then there's a couple other ones where they're technically considered legally sugar-free, but their glycemic index is about half that of sugar. So they're not actually a 0 on the glycemic index, which is what really matters when you're talking about blood sugar.
Right.
So when you're doing keto and you're counting your carbs, like you want to have 0 on the glycemic index for a lot of the foods you eat because you can only have like 20 grams of carbs a day. Maltitol. Let's see. He says mannitol. I think mannitol is also the same thing.
Yeah. Sounds like an anti-cramping medication for fucking.
It's a fucking laxative. I'll tell you for fucking sure. Because before I realized it, I bought some like diabetic candies, and they all had fucking maltitol. And holy shit, man! Like you eat like 2 or 3 of those, and you're gonna be fucking regretting it for a good half hour.
And clean your system right out.
Oh, you'll be fucking empty as fuck afterwards for sure. Let's see. Oh, they're actually natural in some plants. I think that's how you get like what is that? That stevia shit is a sugar alcohol that's like a naturally occurring one. But stevia is also 0 glycemic. It's totally fine.
Nice.
I'm sure nobody cares at this point. I only mention it because like if you're actually diabetic, it can be dangerous because you don't. It's labeled as sugar free, so you think, oh, I can just have as much as I want.
Right.
And it's like, nope, it'll fuck you up. Oh, mannitol is used to cut cocaine. Okay.
Ah, nice.
That's good to know. I don't know what mannitol is. Now I'm curious. Damn it. Truvia, yeah. Oh yeah, Truvia is good stuff. I think it's like less than sugar, but still has sugar in it.
All right.
Salt agar?
All right, now you guys are just making shit up.
Mannitol is an osmotic diuretic that is metabolically inert in humans and occurs naturally as a sugar or sugar alcohol. Okay. So it's a sweetener as well. It does elevate blood plasma osmolality. Osmolality?
All right.
And it enhances the flow of water from tissues, including the brain and cerebrospinal fluid.
Is that it sounds like a good thing. Is that actually
I
a
have
good
no
thing?
fucking idea what any of that means.
Yeah, it sounds positive.
That shit.
Maybe it's something that actually causes cancer. I don't fucking know.
It fucking is. It's probably not good for you.
It seems like water flowing through your system would be good, but who knows?
Oh, what is it? Apparently, if you have enough sleep deprivation and you throw enough caffeine on top of the sleep deprivation, speaking of like diuretics, it can cause like auditory hallucinations. Like that's a normal effect of that.
Damn, dude.
Being super sleep deprived and then popping like caffeine pills will fuck you up, apparently.
Well, I imagine just being sleep deprived is gonna fuck with you. Yeah. That's why you hear about people that like apparently never sleep. You're like, how the fuck do you do that? Like, there's some guy that I forget where he's at, Middle East maybe, or maybe Africa, but some dude that like hasn't like slept at all in years. And I'm like, how are you not fucking insane? Like, I thought that's supposed to drive. Like, I guess it does drive most people fucking nuts. You don't sleep for a certain amount of time.
Yeah.
That's why people on meth that stay up for 2 or 3 weeks at a time start fucking hallucinating.
Oh yeah, for sure, dude, for sure. I know when I was going through fucking insomnia, like the worst I ever did was like 2 or 3 days without sleep, and it was like it start to really fuck with your reality for sure.
Right. Yeah, you're fucking you can't think straight like at all. You know what I mean? Like your reasoning and shit. Everything just seems like incredibly confusing. You know, and then you're like, yeah, it's just a weird fucking feeling, dude. Yeah, I don't even know if I've ever gone that long, but yeah, that sleep deprivation really fucks with me.
Yeah. Oh, in the chat they're saying I'm Rick says it's best to eat 4 to 7 portions of meat per day and an occasional salad if you eat the salad moderately. Yeah. Oh, and then peanut butter. Mad Middleman says, yeah, it is fucking expensive, man. Jesus. Like I found a really good deal on steaks at Costco. You buy like 4 good sized fucking like ribeyes for like $50.
Yeah, Safeway had a really good sale. It's about a month ago. Literally, like shit, like New York strips and shit were on sale for like $4.99 a pound.
Damn, dude.
Yeah. Shit that was normally like 13 to like $16 a pound was on sale for like $5 a pound.
That's pretty fucking good. That.
Yeah. Damn, I think I got 4 steaks for like $30, and it was basically a total of like 7 pounds of steak. I think. I guess it put have been 6. That makes that math adds up. That's about $5 a pound. So yeah, like 6 pounds of fucking steak, dude. Like good quality steak for like $30. Yeah, because I finally got my son, because my son has like 4 fucking foods that he eats, or well, before that. But yeah, I finally got him turned on to steak, dude. Now he fucking asks for it all the time.
Nice.
Like, yeah, I can't really. Usually just when it's on sale, buddy.
I probably, because most of my budget goes into like fucking rent and food, so I probably want to say I eat steak like 3 times a week at least.
Yeah.
Either ribeyes or New York strips. But then I only eat 2 meals a day. I don't eat 3 meals a day. I just have like breakfast and dinner.
Yeah, my son's weird like that too. He literally won't eat until he gets home from school.
Yeah. I might have like a cream cheese and like like an ounce of like pecans or something in the middle of the day once in a while, but I usually don't eat anything but like light snacks for lunch.
Mm.
To be fair, yeah.
Yeah. If I do eat breakfast, it's weird. I can go through the whole day kind of like how my son does. But if I do eat breakfast and I am hungry at lunch, it's really fucking weird.
Huh. Yeah, I guess there's a lot of people that skip breakfast. That's a pretty common one. More so than lunch, I think.
Right.
Yeah, the other shit I always buy is like super cheap, like fucking like hamburger patties and like fucking chicken thighs and shit like that, and like big multi-packs that I break up and freeze. Hence the reason I can afford to eat like steaks as often.
Right.
But you know, Costco makes the big difference because if you can buy like a decent like pound steak for like, you know, $12, that's pretty, especially for like a ribeye, that's pretty fucking good.
Yeah, it's not bad, man. But yeah, I usually just go based off of what's on sale. So if it's fucking ribeye or T-bone's still pretty good, dude. At least that one side is fucking really tender, really good and tender. Yeah, although the whole thing's pretty good, I guess. But yeah, that's usually what I go for is a ribeye, or like you said, if the New York strips got a good deal, I'll definitely go with that. But yeah, when it's $5 a pound, I was like, holy shit, I want to eat this for fucking 3 days.
Oh god! And then the other one that's really good though is to buy like giant fucking cuts of meat and then fucking roast them up and then freeze them in portions. So you can buy like a fucking like 10 pounds of fucking pork shoulder roast from Costco for a ridiculous low price for like $20 or something crazy like that, and fucking roast that shit for like 8 hours in the fucking oven, nice and slow, and then it just falls apart, and you fucking like, you know, pack that up in like fucking freezer bags and shit.
Yeah, I think I just saw that it was on sale for like 99 cents a pound or some crazy shit. But yeah, it is a huge chunk of fucking meat.
I think it was on sale last week because I know I bought one and fucking cooked it for the whole family when I was out shopping last week.
Nice. But yeah, it is pretty good though. You know, like a 10-pound chunk, or what is it? Maybe, no, it wasn't 10 pounds. It's like 5 pounds, which is obviously still a lot. It was like like $5 for fucking just over 5 pounds of fucking meat. I like pork, dude. I like a pork tenderloin. Yeah, that's another thing I got my son to eat too. Pork tenderloin, man.
Ooh, yeah, pork tenderloin is good. The only reason I didn't do pork tenderloin, I did pork shoulder roast, is the tenderloins were like
way
too small and way too expensive for what they were. I was like, I'll get that at Costco the next time I go and fucking get a real pork tenderloin.
Yeah, because pork tenderloin runs about I think the ones I get are usually like £1.33 pounds. They're like $8. So it's not a great price because again, pork is generally, you know, a little less expensive than you know, beef. But yeah, I like pork a lot too. Yeah, you cook that shit right, it gets obviously pretty fucking tender.
Oh yeah. Well, if you cook the pork butt or pork shoulder, either way, if you cook it the right way, it comes out with like a really good crusty shell on the outside that's kind of crunchy.
Mm-hmm.
And then the fat is just like this melt in your mouth, and the fucking meat is just falling apart.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like you can eat it with a spoon instead of fucking a fork. You know what I mean? Like you could spoon it out of your fucking plate.
Yeah. Anything that you don't need a fucking knife to cut, dude, that's fucking awesome.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, if you cook it right, that's pretty much any kind of meat.
Yeah, you just basically have to cook it long enough.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. That's what I like about the ribeye is that little fucking chunk of fat, and that like it's kind of like on the bottom left, I guess normally. Yeah, like you cut a tiny bit of that fat with like 5 or 6 bites. Like, you know what I mean? You break it up into like 5 or 6 bites. Oh my god, every one of those fucking bites is fantastic.
Oh, 100%, man. That's why keto is so easy to do. Like you got to give up bread and you got to give up sugar, but you get all that fat.
Yeah.
So like, you want bacon? Have some bacon. Just, you know, just once in a while, have a fucking salad so you're not like fucking, you know, malnutrition and shit. Like you got to get some vitamins there too.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I didn't. I never realized how much I enjoy or how much I eat bread until you try to fucking stop eating it. You're like, oh fuck, I didn't realize it, but I eat way more of the shit than I realized.
It was bizarrely like giving up cigarettes, man.
Wow.
Like
Yeah.
giving up sugar and bread was a lot like quitting smoking.
Wow.
For me, it felt like a compulsion that I had to have them. But then after like 2 weeks, I didn't give a shit.
Yeah.
Like
Kind of
I
weird.
don't even fucking care. Like I'm not like once in a while I'll be like, man, you know what? I'd really like to have like a donut or like a fucking like a Danish or something. But like sandwiches and shit, I don't even give a shit. I don't care at all.
Yeah, I suppose that is one of the ones that makes it really tough. You having to give up like donuts and shit like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's not that bad. Like you get used to it. Like and like I said, now that I'm pretty well into the diet, I'm gonna just put like one weekend a month. It's like a cheat weekend because you don't want to get out of ketosis like 4 times a month. That'd be crazy.
Right. Right.
But just have a weekend where you get to have like pizza. Like the only thing I've ever really missed, I would say, is like pizza and like good Mexican food.
Yeah. Yeah. It is kind of tough. Yeah.
Once
Especially.
in a while, I wouldn't mind like a cheeseburger with fries, like having fries with it. But you can cook like a couple burger patties and just like put them on lettuce and shit.
Yeah. Yeah. Just put all the shit you'd normally put on a burger, just without the
Except for
bread.
onion. Onion is way high carbs. A lot of sugar and onions.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, I'm not big on onions, honestly. As a kid, I fucking hated them. And if it's fucking, the only time I can eat onions really is if they're actually cooked, like if they're actually kind of like either
Yeah, like
sauteed,
cooked into
grilled.
something.
Yeah, well, no, or grilled at least. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, if I'm cooking a burger in a pan or whatever, and I cook the onions kind of like that, kind of get them a little bit caramelized or whatever, or even just get them a little more crispy, like almost burn them. Like those I like, but like just raw onion, I do not like raw onion. Although even then, like sometimes on like a Wendy's burger for some reason, I like onions. Like I'll get the double stack. Actually, most of the time I still don't. I usually get them without onions, but every once in a while I just kind of crave it.
Oh,
Kind of
what
like
is it?
tomato. Like I don't really like tomato either. But if I'm having a burger with bacon, having tomato on it is really fucking good.
Yeah, oh, for sure. One of the things I like to do with burgers, well, I don't do it now, but I used to, is take like the ground beef to make a patty, make the
Mm,
patty, and then smush like a bunch of just chopped onions into one side, and
mm,
then fry it like that.
yeah, yeah,
So
that
one
probably.
side is basically like fried onion, and the other side is like fried burger.
Mm, yeah, that wouldn't be too bad. Yeah,
Caramelize all
I
the
love
fucking
that.
onions and shit. It's super fucking good, but I saw it on some fucking like diners, drive-ins, and dives kind of show.
I guess I eat it because I usually like to mix in like picante sauce or salsa into a fucking when I make hamburgers. I love it with a good chunk of uh, salsa or something. Again, mixed in with the meat before you cook it, or even after. Actually, it's pretty good putting salsa on a fucking burger or picante sauce on a burger. But I actually again like to actually put it in with the meat and just have it all cooked in. That comes out really well. And cilantro. For some reason, dude, I love chopping up cilantro like really fine, dude. Like chopping the shit out of it and mixing that in. Gives it that kind of. Oh wait, you're the one that likes that. It tastes like fucking plastic, right?
Yeah, can't do cilantro, man.
Yeah, I
Tastes like
forgot about
plastic to me.
that. Yeah, that's crazy, dude. I went through a period there where, for some reason, any kind of sausage tasted like it was raw. It was really fucking bizarre because I've eaten sausage my whole fucking life, dude. I really like it. For like a month. Anytime I ate any kind of sausage, it literally always tasted like it was raw. It would be burnt the fuck, dude, and it would still taste raw to me.
That's fucking weird.
Yeah, yeah, it came and went after like a month.
You like had like a little temporary like fucking infestation or something. Like an alien take over your brain for a little while.
Yeah, they reset it. Like, all right, now you're gonna fucking everything's gonna taste raw. No eating pigs.
That'd be pretty fucking funny, actually.
Yeah. Well, and it was only sausage. It wasn't like, like I ate ham or, bacon or any of that shit tasted perfectly fine. But sausage tasted fucking raw. Yeah. Although, I've been craving fucking um, biscuits and gravy with like that, like that country kind of sausage or country kind of gravy with a bunch of fucking brown sausage in it.
Ooh. You
I
can
fucking
make
love
you
that.
can make an equivalent to like that sort of like biscuits and gravy thing with like almond and coconut flour like biscuits.
Oh, right, right.
And then you can take and make like sort of like a similar like thing with sausage and like cream cheese and like heavy cream
Hmm.
and the right seasonings. You can kind of make it taste like gravy and like that sausage gravy kind of thing.
Mm. Yeah. Oh, for keto friendly, you mean?
Yeah, pretty keto friendly. Pretty easy to do.
Yeah. But yeah, I love those fucking layered biscuits. That's another one that's hard to give up.
Ooh, yeah.
Fuck, I love those things.
Yep. And dude, it's a lot to give up, but it's insane how easy it is to lose weight by doing keto. It really it just fucking drops off, man.
Yeah, yeah. It really is fucking crazy how wrong the food pyramid ended up being.
Well, and then like to say that like, but there's a bunch of different ways to eat healthy. It's just for some people like the grain and stuff, it just fucking like it adds fat to you really fast, and it's really hard.
Yeah,
Like it's
for
really
some
hard
reason.
to counteract for some body types. It's just like your chemistry, I think.
Yeah, yeah. Everybody's different. Yeah, as far as that shit goes.
Yeah. But then again, like, if you don't want to lose weight, then fucking don't worry about it. You know what I mean? Like,
I'd like to lose weight. I just don't want to put any effort into it.
oh, see, yeah, that's my problem. I need to start getting my ass fucking working out. Like, I need to get the fucking tricycle out of the garage and start fucking riding that shit, doing some crunches, getting my back in shape.
Yeah, yeah. I really need to do that too, man. Fuck.
But yeah, that chronic back pain is so fucking hard to deal with sometimes. It's like,
yeah, it does make it.
I don't fucking feel it right now.
Yeah, I definitely can't run because it fucks with my back. Just that impact fucks with my back. That's why I like it. Yeah, I need to get
making me cringe just
fucking
thinking
gym membership again.
Yeah,
dude. Yeah.
Well, we have all hardwood floors, so I need to get
membership.
like a couple of like yoga mats or something, double up on some yoga mats and just get some crunches in every day.
Mm. Yeah. Although, yeah, I like the elliptical machine because there's really no impact and it kind of works, works out pretty well.
All right. So there's a Juja Mafu is being recommended to me by Mr. Mad Metal Man. So I'll have to check out that channel. Apparently he's got like a lot of good workout tips.
Mm-hmm. Right on. Yeah, I'm going to ask Vegan Gains what he thinks. What's your workout routine, Vegan Gains? You fucking lunatic.
Oh man. Well, yeah, and then keto is a good way to build muscle because you are having a lot of protein and a lot of fat, and your body burns the fat for energy. So you have a lot more sustained energy.
Right.
As opposed to like quick bursts when you do like carbohydrate energy.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna have to try that shit. See how fast I can fucking burn off the. Because when I actually do it, when I'm actually fucking motivated to fucking do it, I can drop weight really fucking quick. Even just not really dieting, just not eating horrible. Yeah, I can lose like 30 pounds in a month, like no fucking problem. And again, still eating, not like starving myself, still eating fucking normally. But it's just I eat so fucking horribly, so fucking horribly that any kind of moderation, dude, the fucking weight just drops off.
Yeah. Oh, 100%. Yeah, the moderation is the hard part. Yeah. Honestly, I find for most sort of like diets or like lifestyle changes more accurately, in my opinion, it's just that first fucking week. Yeah, you know what I mean? That first fucking week where you're like, all right, I can't have this, I can't have that, and you're so fucking focused on what you can't have But you're not thinking about what can I have that I really want so that I'll feel satisfied, and like, how do I motivate myself to have that instead of the stuff that I want to have less of or none of?
Yeah. It's just a matter of doing it and establishing it as a routine. Once you get into it, obviously it gets a lot easier to fucking stay.
Yeah. Well, my mom loves those fucking like weed chocolate bars, but they all have like sugar. It's not sugar free. It's got like actual fucking like sugar in it. And so she was wondering why she kept having all these sugar cravings, because sugar is definitely addictive. Like, you will crave more sugar when you eat it regularly. And it will fuck up your palate too. Like, the amount of flavor you get from stuff when you stop eating sugar is insane.
Yeah. That's dude, what makes it really tough is like the medication that I take. Any kind of like it's synthetic opiate or whatever. Any kind of opiate tends to make you crave sweets.
That makes sense. Yeah.
So yeah, it makes it really tough because I'm constantly fucking craving sweet shit. So,
ooh, yeah, that's a tough one.
Yeah, it makes it. I've noticed, like when I went to rehab the second time and I got completely off of everything, like even the maintenance shit. When I first got there, I bought like a bag of like the Hershey Nuggets, like with almonds or whatever, like Hershey's Kisses basically, but nugget shaped.
Yeah.
I bought a bag of them, and within like 3 days, I had no interest in eating them anymore. Like just that fucking.
Okay.
Yeah, like like 3 days off.
You can find like candy that uses like sugar alcohols like erythritol and xylitol and stuff. And sucralose is also a pretty decent one. So there are options out there that are like, don't have the sugar but still give you kind of the sweet flavor.
Right. Yeah, check it out.
Also, once you stop eating the sugar for a while, things like berries are pretty keto friendly, like raspberries, blueberries, blackberries are all pretty decently keto friendly. Holy shit, they're amazing.
Yeah,
they're fucking so good. It's like candy. It's like, whoa. Yeah,
once you're
awful. I'm not a fan of aspartame. There is a soda equivalent that's sweetened with stevia that's supposed to be really good, but I think you might have to order it online depending on where you're at.
Right. Yeah, because any kind of diet drink, I get a weird fucking nasty aftertaste to it.
Yeah, same thing here. It's like the stevia. What is it called? Soda. Zevia. Zevia. Zevia all natural soda. It's all flavored like regular soda flavors, but with stevia as the sweetener.
Oh, gotcha.
I'm not sure if you can. I'm sure you can still order it somewhere. I don't know. Like, I don't even drink soda. I don't miss it at all now.
Yeah, I don't drink much soda anymore, honestly. Yeah.
I might order some of this Zevia though.
Yeah. But yeah, the only time I drink soda now, like if I have pizza, like I almost have to have soda with it. But for the most part, I try to drink water. You know what I mean? I try to drink water with pretty much any meal. That seems to help a little bit. But yeah, damn, soda's fucking good. I fucking miss that shit a little bit. But not that bad. Like I said, I've kind of trained myself. Plus, I don't want my son drinking it that much either. That was the main reason I fucking cut it out. So I couldn't really have it. Like, yeah, I'm going to drink it, but you can't have it.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
But I figured I'd be better off just fucking phasing it out. I'll drink soda like once or twice a month, maybe. Like I said, when we get pizza or something. It's still fucking raining out there. God damn it.
Sorry, I was just grabbing a quick thing for Jinx. I was looking through. There's one specific YouTuber I really like for explaining ketogenics, and it's like a Dr. Eric Berg. And so it's like a little more like realistic. It doesn't give you the fantasy land like fucking keto's gonna cure cancer. Keto's gonna, like everything is fucking perfect when you're on keto. Because there's a lot of that bullshit out there, so it fucking drives me nuts. As opposed to just saying like it's one option of healthy eating, and it's a really easy way to keto eugenics. And it's a really easy way to lose weight fast. If you wanted to like lose, say, like 10 or 15 pounds, you could do keto for like a month or two and be good, and then go back. If you're able to maintain your weight with your normal diet, you could use it as like a way to lose a bunch of weight and then stuff like that.
Right.
The one downside is what is it? A lot of the first weight you lose initially is water weight. And for about 2 days to a week, you'll go through the keto flu when you first switch over, which is essentially your body is like not getting any carbohydrates, which it normally uses for energy. So it takes a while for your body to rebuild all the cells to run off of fat for energy. Because all you're doing is setting it like ketogenesis is when your body burns fat to sustain your energy levels.
Yeah, instead of the carbs and
so all you're doing with the keto diet is just switching over to that. And if you are diabetic, though, you do have to be really, really careful, because it's like you can go into ketoacidosis, which is really dangerous. But that's only if you're diabetic. If you're not diabetic, that's not really anything to be worried about. It'd be virtually impossible to do that.
That's good.
Yeah, beer is out. The interesting thing about keto is if you drink, it hits you a lot harder. And you're better off with like hard alcohols, like a whiskey or like a bourbon kind of thing. But it'll hit you 3 or 4 times as hard as it would normally hit you.
Wow, crazy.
So you have like one shot and it's like you just fucking downed a 6-pack of beer. Like you will get drunk way quicker.
Yeah.
Oh man.
It's like going to high altitude.
Yeah, it's very much like that. Yep.
I remember when I moved up to I lived in Flagstaff, which is up in the mountains. It's about the elevation is about 7,000 feet. But yeah, I remember when I was first going up there, I was like, holy fuck, dude. Like I just drank 3 beers and I'm fucking wasted.
Yep. Ketogenics will absolutely do that same thing. That sounds almost exactly the same.
Yeah. And although you get used to it, it did get to the point where like I'd come back down here and I couldn't get drunk. Like, your body adapts basically.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's just fucking weird.
Oh, interesting. I didn't know your body adapted to that. I thought whenever you were at high altitude, you just got drunk easier.
Yeah. No, it'll get used to it, man. And yeah, that was bizarre to me because I'd come back down and drink, like fucking 7 or 8 beers and wouldn't really be drunk.
Huh.
Yeah. I don't know if it's like your blood thickens or something. I don't know what the fuck it is, dude.
Something to do with the oxygen, I'm guessing.
Yeah. Some weird shit.
Whatever, man. I don't know. I don't drink anymore, so I don't know.
Yeah. I don't either.
It's sort of fascinating how that can be like affected.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Back then, I drank all the fucking time, dude.
Yep. Oh, it looks like everybody's bailing out in like 10 minutes. It's funny because that's essentially when we end most of the time.
Yeah. Yeah, that'll work. Good timing, guys.
Perfect timing. I was considering like potentially going to like 1 day a week.
Like back to just doing the Sunday thing, or
either Sunday or Thursday, whichever one is easier. Because I know we started doing a second one because Inglehearth really didn't like talking about politics at all. We covered that occasionally. Like we talk about a little of everything, just fucking whatever, right?
Right.
No, the audience didn't kill the stream. We normally stop in 10 minutes, Metabon.
Yeah. We get burnt out eventually, believe it or not.
Yeah, oh, for sure.
We're just like, we're just fucking talking to say things now. We're not really fucking.
Well, that's what I was thinking. I'm thinking that'll actually help, like, make it a little less like talking just to kill time kind of thing.
Right.
Cutting it down to like 1 time a week, I think, might be a little better. Because I noticed the last few times we were streaming, it was like, it's been 2 hours and we're fucking nobody has anything to say.
Yeah.
Shit. Dead air is not the sign of professionalism, Mad Middleman. I refuse to believe it.
Yeah. I don't know how fucking gaming manages to fucking. Although, again, like I said, if he doesn't have anybody on with him, it is long periods of silence.
Yeah, for sure,
or whatever. Yeah.
Let's see. It is at.
But he still appears to be in his fucking manic episode, which is still my theory. That guy, it's a cry for help. Him streaming that much is a cry for help.
Oh, yeah. Well, and Mad Metalman's right. Sometimes you do get dead air. That's a fair point. I have listened to your streams, Mad Metalman, of course. That's what we aim to be in that same realm, and we don't quite as do that.
Yeah, although he has a lot of people on his streams usually, doesn't he? Like he usually has.
And Mad Metalman knows everybody, I think. Probably because Mad Metalman's not an asshole. You're not an asshole to everybody. Like there was a guy who was, I was making fun of him on Twitter, and then I was like, you know what? A lot of people choose to be stupid. You should just stop doing that. I'm like, that's probably not how you make friends.
Mm-hmm.
That's how that works.
God damn.
I can't help it. I'm an asshole. That's what I'm good at. So yeah, I mean, whichever one works. I think like Thursdays or Sunday nights, we should probably switch to.
Yeah, it's up to you, man. I can do whatever, man.
And then maybe we should talk to gaming and potentially. We should still do this Sunday one. I'm thinking the Sunday nights probably.
Yeah, most likely. Because like I said, I don't think he normally gets up to like 3 PM or something.
Or it streams 24/7.
Right.
Depends.
Yeah, and just crashes. He's like, fuck, we caught him at a bad time.
Yeah,
just got done in 12 hours.
But see what he thinks. Because I mean, I don't know if Sunday nights we might want to start earlier, maybe, or like. Because we can move the time around. We're not. I mean, Engelhardt is obviously not coming back, so
right.
We have the opportunity to move the times to like whenever is convenient. So something to consider. We'll talk about it again on Sunday. I just wanted to bring it up, and then I figured, well, people are listening, so it's not like we just stopped showing up one day a week and nobody said anything to anybody.
Right.
Because that's kind of fucked up.
Yeah, we'll see. He said we'll run it by gaming, see what he thinks.
Yeah. Hopefully, gaming will be here on Sunday night. We can talk with him. I don't know if Satan Thatcher will be back. He'll probably come back once in a while.
Yeah.
Once in a while, he'll get bored and be like, I forgot what it's like to be tortured.
I'll go listen to the stupid puns for a while. Fuck it.
I gotta tell you though, it would be funny to find his house and fucking give him a hug. Have him be like, "The fuck is going on?"
Like, you're forcing me to stab you now.
Yeah. I can't blame him at that point.
And you showed up at my house and you're trying to forcibly hug me. I am going to have to stab you.
Well, I mean, he is half black, and I'm a giant, fat, white, bald guy. So, I mean, it just seems like a reasonable response.
Yeah. Your hug is clearly racist.
Oh, absolutely.
Your hug hate crime.
Oh, fucking Christ. Everything is racist these days. It's so annoying.
Oh, man.
Everything is racist. Like, oh, my God. I'm still loving the fact that they're pissed off that John Wayne interviewed in 1970.
Yeah. What's the fucking point? The guy's dead.
Yeah, exactly. Not only is he dead, but like it was the fucking 70s, dude. Like it's a long fucking time ago.
Yeah, they are gonna fucking find fucking Abraham Lincoln shit and realize, like, holy shit, this sounds incredibly racist nowadays.
And
how is he the one that freed the
Are we gonna posthumously like fucking harass John Wayne and kick him off of Twitter? Like same with Lincoln. They're like, Lincoln can't talk about Lincoln on Twitter anymore.
Yeah.
If you say John Wayne, we're gonna ban you.
Yeah, Abraham Lincoln and John Wayne, they are banned from Twitter. God damn. That would be fucking hilarious.
Oh my God. If I had the fucking clout, I would try to get that started as like an ironic hashtag to see if they could get actually going as a real hashtag.
Yeah, hashtag ban Abe. That's pretty
Ban
catchy.
or ban Wayne.
Yeah.
Either
ban.
one, dude. Get Twitter to actually try to ban fucking people posthumously because they're racist. I bet they do it too. I bet if you got enough people together, Twitter would like announce it.
Yeah.
Officially banning Abraham Lincoln for racism.
I'm so progressive. We're so progressive here. We're going to posthumously ban fucking people that have been dead for decades or centuries. I don't know when John Wayne died, but it was quite a while ago, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, yeah, 100%. Yeah, he died.
I'm thinking sometime in like the 90s?
2000s or the 90s, maybe?
Yeah, that's
now
what I'm
thinking. Man, I'm a John Wayne fan, I will admit. Let's see. Oh, he died in 1979.
Oh,
shit. The 90s, we're way the fuck off.
Holy shit. That was pretty fucking...
Dude, that motherfucker was 6'4". Holy shit.
No shit.
Oh, John Wayne's real name was Marion Mitchell Morrison.
What's up,
Marion, M-A-R-I-O. Dude, really? All right, go ahead and pass out.
Show up like right as we're about to end. Holy shit, dude!
Yeah,
I just woke up.
Oh, dude, that's hilarious.
So gaming should join us within a half an hour when he gets up.
He said he was out of town when I talked to him.
Oh yeah, that's right. Fuck you and your reality. I don't care what's actually happening. Telling you he's sleeping.
I drank too much.
Yeah. We thought maybe you got a hold of, finally got some drugs, and then that's why you hadn't been on. But no.
I just assumed he was like, oh, you know what? I'm out. Like, these people are getting fucking irritated.
Enough with the fucking puns already. Yeah. So what's happening?
I drank a lot and then slept for like 12 and a half hours.
Nice.
You got to teach your ways to gaming and yelling, because I'm pretty sure that dude don't sleep much.
I'm telling you, man, the dude's fucking in a manic episode, streaming like fucking crazy.
He needs to figure out how to like get wasted and sleep for like 12 hours, though. That'd be good for him.
Yeah, instead of streaming 20 hours a day.
Oh, the Jussie Smollett guy. Yeah. Yeah, that guy's fucking hilarious. That guy's going to hopefully go to jail.
Yeah. Dude, I've got to find the clips of Don Lemon talking about it and trying to fucking spin this into feeling sorry for fucking Smollett. Yeah.
I see a lot of people trying to be like, well, it's a sign of the bigger problem of being a victim is currency, and we shouldn't really just be on his case. And
yeah, like that.
Blah, blah, blah.
Dishonest. What the fuck is wrong with you people? That's the problem, dude. People are too tolerant, too understanding. Like,
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's gone too fucking far, dude. Like, you need to fucking hold people to account at some fucking point. Like, the guy is based. Well, I don't know if I've heard that's actually 100% what happened, but apparently he really did want to just like fucking up his fucking public profile to try to get more money. Like, that was his reason for doing it. Yeah. So if that's the case, like, dude, how do you fucking justify that, dude? That's fucking ridiculous. Oh, poor guy was forced into trying to get more money out of the studio by faking a fucking hate crime. Like, we got to feel sorry for him. Yeah, that's pretty fucking disgusting, dude. But yeah, hearing Don Lemon trying to spin it, dude, is fucking hilarious, dude. You're like, dude, well, it's because, you know, I understand because I'm a black gay man too. And, oh, fuck, dude.
Who the fuck is Don Lemon?
He's a fucking dude from CNN, dude.
I'm gonna have to look his
he's Black Anderson Cooper.
Oh, okay. I know who that is. Okay, I got it.
I don't know.
I just needed to look up a picture because I didn't know him by name. I'm just like, oh, that fucking Malcolm X looking wannabe. Like he wears the Malcolm X glasses to make himself look cooler and smarter.
Yeah, sometimes. Although the interview of him talking, he had like some 3 fucking lesbian-looking bitches around him, and fucking trying to explain about how I was texting him the whole time, and I just wanted to know how he was. Fuck, dude. Yeah, and yeah, he's Don Lemon's a fucking joke at this point, dude. He really is.
Oh yeah.
Because it's
I mean, everybody on the fucking news is at this point, man.
Yeah, well, yeah, especially
insane. They're all propagandists. They're all fucking insane. None of it's true.
Yeah, I would really love to see what CNN's ratings look like if you take out how like they're constantly on at airports and shit. Because I assume they factor that shit in. But they're getting beat out by like HGTV and like, you know what I mean, like a bunch of fucking like mid-level cable stations.
There's a lot of YouTube channels that get more traffic than most of these news things, and most of TV actually.
Yeah, that's true too. It's essentially no overhead or anything. Yeah, like you kind of almost have to keep that shit in place. Like let's say all the fucking major news corporations just die off. Like, how are you going to know what's going on anywhere? Well, I guess local places are still going to be able to put shit out, and it's going to blow up. So yeah, they're not that necessary. Fuck them. But yeah, they all are essentially just propaganda fucking nonsense. Yeah, the fact that they don't want to follow up on the Justice Smollett shit and be like, "Oh, looks like we jumped."
I mean, Fox will definitely follow up on it. I was on CNN today.
Oh, that's what Don Lemon was fucking bitching about, dude. The fact that Fox is going to tear him apart. Breitbart's going to tear him apart. This poor guy.
Yeah, and then it was on CNN this morning. They were basically showing that he was pretty much done. Like that the cops is like, we're gonna get him.
Yeah, I think he might have already turned himself in at this point.
Yeah, I think he has at this point.
Yeah, but yeah, hearing the fucking the Chicago police superintendent or whatever the fuck he was, that black dude was fucking going off on him, dude. Yeah. That's fucking awesome. Yeah, he was really pissed, dude.
Well, I mean, how much time did he put in, and how much money did he spend?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Although it should have been pretty fucking obvious, dude. The whole story just. Yeah, I think that's what Shapiro was making fun of him for. I mean, I guess he's like kind of like a mediocre to a good actor, but he's a fucking horrible writer. Like he's never getting the Writers Guild credit because that story is just fucking ridiculous.
Oh yeah, so Satan, we're considering moving to like 1 day a week.
Okay.
Yeah, which is probably still 1 day too many, but whatever.
Okay.
this is all just punishment for Satan's hangover at this point.
Let's just make a bunch of loud noises for him. I'm sure he'd appreciate that.
Let me just go ahead and turn the headset down. There you go.
I can actually do it. We're gonna look up puns, dude. Come on.
No. We're about ready to
turn the headset off. There we go.
I'm fuck out of here. All right. See you, fellas.
Mad Metal Man says Satan sounds so done with the world. I'm pretty much that's his standard approach to everything.
I'm watching Steven Universe, if that tells you fucking anything.
God damn. Wow.
Like
I'm so hungover that I can't fucking be bothered to change the channel off of this SJW nonsense.
No, just like I'm watching it online.
Oh, gotcha. So you're actually searching it out? I thought that show was kind of. I don't know. I haven't watched much of it, dude. But
I'm trying to understand it, and I can't.
Yeah, it's pretty wacky, dude.
I get it. Yeah, like you wanted to do the whole gender bending, fucking everything is all intersectional, whatever. Fine, but yeah, I don't understand the show. I don't fucking get it. It makes no goddamn sense.
They're crystal gems, you see, and he has a fucking shield or something that comes out of his belly button. Yeah, no, it doesn't make any fucking sense, dude.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, it's fucking nonsense, dude. Watch Adventure Time. It's actually a good show.
I've seen all of Adventure Time.
All right. Everybody always gives me shit, dude. When I try to
Well,
tell them
they should, because you're a fucking retard.
it's a good fucking show, goddammit.
Yeah, but you're a monster.
Yeah, well, given. All right. Conceded.
All right.
Yeah. Samurai Jack. How about Samurai Jack?
Weird.
That's a decent show.
Samurai Jack is good.
Yeah. I binge watched that fucking a few weeks ago. All the new shit.
Oh, the new shit is okay.
Yeah. Honestly, I just any episode with the Scotsman in it, I fucking love. I fucking love that character. I don't know how many times I've watched him talking shit about his sword and all that shit. It's fucking hilarious.
Weird.
All right. So, Stabby, start watching Samurai Jack so we can talk about it.
I'm watching like a bunch of different anime right now, like kind of switching back and forth.
It's kind of anime. Really.
All sorts of different kinds, like weird shit, like ecchi comedy and fucking like action stuff.
No, I was saying Samurai Jack it's not really. It's just it's animated, but it's not really animated.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
It's like Digimon. It's close, but it's not fucking anime.
Yeah.
Have you watched Dragon Ball Super yet?
I haven't.
Watch what?
Dragon Ball Super.
Oh, I don't really care for like the Dragon Ball stuff.
Don't care. You'll like this one.
Yeah, I didn't watch much of the Dragon Ball Z, but yeah, the Super's better.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'll check it out.
it's actually really good. Like it starts off really great, and then the little filler arc that you have right after the Battle of the Gods is kind of stupid with the Frieza resurrection. Just because, like and I think the reason why that's bad is because the movie they did with Frieza resurrection was actually kind of good, and then instead of just moving on from the TV show, or moving on from the movie, they had to rehash the movie and the TV show, and the animation's just shit, and like the voice actors didn't care. So just watch the movie and then ignore the 9 episodes of the filler or the Frieza story. It's faster, and it's not as grating to fucking watch.
Yeah. All right.
But yeah, like the tournament, like the Battle of the Gods, the Frieza stuff, and then there's some filler things in there right before you before you get to Zamasu. The Zamasu stuff is good, and then the Tournament of Power, which is long as fuck but worth it.
Ooh.
Like yeah,
I'll probably never watch it, but I appreciate the.
I'm gonna make sure you watch it, you piece of shit. You fat fucking monster. I swear to God, if you don't watch it, I will tie you down.
Yeah. He'll find out. He'll find out where you live from Mad Metal Man and track you down. And
I see you when you're sleeping. I know when you're awake.
He'll get those Clockwork Orange things to fucking hook into your eyes, dude, to keep them open. You're fucking watching it, goddammit.
Dude, I remember watching that thinking like that actor is really fucking dedicated.
Yeah, that's got to be weird having those things hooked in, like touching your eyeballs. Jesus Christ, dude.
Yeah, have that Moloko. There's a Clockwork Orange joke for everybody.
I haven't seen it in so long, and I haven't watched it not stoned out of my fucking mind in ever.
Yeah, Moloko was the psychoactive like milk drink that they had.
Oh, okay.
It just seemed appropriate for
Ah.
Okay.
Well done, sir.
Yeah, it's like the only thing I remember about Clockwork Orange, like vividly. Other than that, I don't remember much of it. I mean, I know the basic storyline, obviously. Because that's one that you get to fucking like read in school and fucking. I don't think we ever watched the movie in school, but I did watch the movie.
Yeah, Clockwork Orange.
I think we watched the movie in high school, man. I think we did, and then the teacher just like stood in front of it whenever there was nudity.
Or the multiple violent rape scenes.
Yeah, no shit, dude. Like, you watched that in fucking high school? That's fucking crazy.
I had some weird teachers. So, like, the high school I went to had just been built and we were the first class to go through. So it started off with like freshmen and sophomores, and no juniors or seniors, and we were the first like freshman class. So first ones to go all 4 years. So all the teachers were like still like actually thinking that what they did mattered. Like we didn't have like 100% burned out teachers. We had like 90% teachers that actually were like, I'm gonna fucking make the world better by educating the youth.
That's fucking great.
Those poor fucking fools.
I like the teachers that are just waiting to fucking qualify for their pension. That just don't give a shit and understandably hate kids.
We drove a teacher to walk off the job without even calling in. Like one of the science teachers. Like I don't know why.
As you do.
He just So what happened was they were one science teacher short, and they hired him after about a week. And so then all the other science teachers got to pick the students they put in his class. I'm not sure how I got there because I was a good kid. But the majority of the class was real bad. And just one day he just stopped showing up. And we were smart enough to keep it in the classroom for a day. But then like the next day, I think that we were supposed to be there because there's just students. There's no teacher.
Yeah, that kind of info.
Next day there was a fire drill, and that's what got us busted. That's when they were like, "Wait a minute,
tell anybody
what's going on? Where's your teacher?"
He didn't notify anybody.
He didn't tell anybody. He just fucking left.
Wow. Did he walk off like from a class, or he just didn't show up?
He just stopped showing up one day.
Okay, it would have been better if he would actually like, you know what, I'm out. Like, literally,
he might have in one of the other classes because we weren't the only class that he just stopped showing up for. I mean, he had like multiple classes a day.
Of course, that's funny.
It was pretty fucking weird, man.
Nah.
It was, and then like this poor guy, like so, they had like an intercom system with the phones where like you could call the phones in the classrooms, but you could call from anywhere. So somebody snuck into the fucking lab when he wasn't looking and kept calling the phone. So first he like answers the phone. He's like, all right, this is not cool. And he fucking unplugs the handset and leaves it off. And then the actual base of the phone starts fucking ringing anyway, right? So he rips that off the fucking wall and unplugs it from the place where like the little place behind it where it like plugged in. The fucking jack for the phone started fucking ringing.
Damn.
Like this guy it just was no end of it. People would cut capacitors up and fucking unwind them and leave them in his fucking lab. And I don't know if you know this about capacitors, but they fucking smell fucking awful. Like worse than a skunk. Wow. When you cut them open. They're little electronic components. And you can just cut them up with a pair of wire cutters and fucking it's like a big roll of fucking paper with like chemicals on it and shit. And that was foul. That stunk the classroom out like multiple times. I mean, there were like spitballs and pencils stuck into the ceiling for like a fucking carpet, almost like a shag carpet on the fucking ceiling. And God forbid he not face the class for more than a couple of seconds because shit was going flying. But it's like nobody blamed him for quitting. Like we all were like, yeah, that poor bastard.
All right. Should blame the other fucking science guys that stuck him with all the delinquents.
Oh yeah, there were a couple of like fucking fights in the fucking classroom, like people just beating each other up and shit. Like it was pretty fucking bad.
Yeah.
So yeah, he left. The teachers were definitely angry at us.
Although, I mean, as kids, what do you fucking expect them to do? Really? You don't expect them to be like, hey, we can just fucking show up and there's no teacher. You know? That's
it was literally like me and one other guy were like, hey, look, if we don't stay in the classroom, they're going to figure this out and we'll fucking all get busted. But if we stay in the classroom, they might not realize it. We'll be cool.
Right.
Whatever the fuck we want.
Don't tell anybody.
Because it was kind of like there wasn't any like classrooms neighboring. It was kind of at the end of the building, so there wasn't like one right next to it on either side like most of the other ones.
Mm.
And it was pretty fun for like, you know, a day and a half till the fucking fire drill, and then we all got like in trouble because we were supposed to tell the office that we had no teacher.
Yeah,
I mean, nobody got like actual, like nobody got like a detention or anything silly. They just were like mad.
Yeah, yeah. Like I said, I mean, it's kids, dude. What do you expect, dude?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that was an interesting high school. We were voted the most or the least schools, like the least spirited class ever, or some shit like that.
Yeah, go team.
They'd hold rallies and like, you know, like they do their stupid fucking like, we're gonna pass the egg thing. All the other classes would fucking volunteer except for ours. They'd have to literally go and like force people out onto the fucking floor to compete with it because nobody wanted to do it.
Right.
And then they're like, we're gonna have a cheer contest, which sounds awesome, right? That sounds totally fucking great. Like, why would our class just refuse to make noise for that?
Yeah, pep rallies are the fucking greatest, dude.
Oh, those were fucking awful.
Fucking nonsense.
But literally, you'd get like each class would fucking scream going around the room by the time we had 4 fucking classes, you know, because we were like the juniors then, and then the seniors, and then, you know, freshmen and sophomores. And they would all just like scream their fucking heads off, and then it would go to us, and they'd just be like, dead fucking silence. Just,
team.
Oh no! If somebody said "Yay, go team," that we'd have beat their ass.
Right, like even that. Even ironically, you're not fucking saying a goddamn thing, fucker.
Yeah, no, it was just dead fucking silence.
Nice.
Yeah, it was pretty funny. And it wasn't like the first few times it wasn't coordinated, but after that we were like, no, we're definitely never gonna fucking do that.
Yeah. All right, well, dude, I gotta go pick up.
Yeah. Oh, it's long past since then we ended this fucking travesty.
Right. Yeah, thanks for showing up, buddy.
Okay.
Hopefully your hangover works out there, man.
I'm gonna just go drink some milk.
Oh yeah, milk and a bologna sandwich, then dance for a little bit should help a lot.
That's honestly that's a fried bologna, but that's the plan. Yeah.
All right, man. Peace out, everybody.
Yeah, bye-bye.